The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down. Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
From Frankfort High School, a Sagamore Conference collision tonight from the yard. The Frankfort Hot Dogs host the North Montgomery Chargers on senior night. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Walensky along with Sean Wines. And Sean, after two opening season wins for James Byers and the Frankfort Hot Dogs, they're now on a 4-game losing streak. So your thoughts on Frankfort's keys to victory tonight against the North Montgomery club coming into here at 2-3?
Well, I tell you, part of that 4-game losing streak is against a pretty darn good ball clubs right there, many of which are in the the top 10 or top 15 in the state. They have got to kind of maintain some of the offensive movement they've had recently, even though they played some really good teams the last few weeks. They had some personnel changes, different positions, which I think has been a plus for them. They've gotten they've gotten Mr. Goodnight out at a wide receiver position, and even bigger move, they moved Sam Michael out there, who's a big play guy. And we saw, I think it was last week, he caught a nice pass and took it all the way to the house on a little post. And I think that was a nice move. Wood has done a pretty good job. Doug Wood, as a sophomore, has come in there. Obviously, he's had a couple little mistakes here that you expect from a sophomore, but overall, he's thrown some pretty good balls. He's been able to help move the team, manage the game a little bit. And, defensively, Northmont, they pose their own issues. They have a really big front, particularly their left side of their offensive line. But luckily, Frankfort has some size as well, so they need to contain the run for sure. That way they can play a little bit softer, a little bit more conservative in the back half, not have to press forward as hard. And then, last week the special teams game was really good for Frankfort. So if they maintain that as well, I think they have a pretty good shot here.
We look at the past. Last year, Frankfort knocked off North Montgomery at the Chargers' home field 16-14. That victory stemmed a 10-game losing streak in the series, in which North Montgomery has just absolutely dominated the Frankfort Hot Dogs up until last year. The Chargers are 42-34 in IHSA play. The last statewide success they had was in 1995 and 1996, where under Charlie German they won state championships. Josh Thompson, the coach now at the helm of the North Montgomery Chargers, comes into tonight's game with a 2-3 club, and he has the former state championship coach Charlie German on his staff.
Oh, that's a nice little change of little cycle through there, isn't it?
It is, and so it's quite interesting because these two ball clubs, Sean, are very similar in the sense that both ball clubs have two quarterbacks that have started the majority of their games so far. The question is for Frankfort tonight, considering last year when Riley Goodnight rushed 25 times for 91 yards and Sam Michael threw 10 for 21 for 105 yards, and their defense shut out North Montgomery. Will James Byers stick with Doug Wood at quarterback, or will we go with Sam Michael back at quarterback and try to bring Riley Goodnight in the backfield and run the football?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's something we're all going to be looking forward to see. I kind of like Wood back there still because I think Goodnight does give them an extra deep threat. But I would like to see Goodnight back in the backfield. I really would. See Sam Michael back outside and bring Goodnight back inside. They do have a nice little running game, a little speed game with Jacob Burns. But I think you really need some of that power game. I think move Burns in as more of a changeup when you can. But I would like to see Goodnight back in the backfield. But I tell you, Coach Byers knows his guys way better than I know. He knows what's going to take the best positioning for his players to be successful, so I have all the confidence in the world in him.
What's really interesting about this matchup is the fact that last year Frankfort shut out North Montgomery in the second half. No points were scored by the North Montgomery Chargers, and we don't see a Frankfort football team have that kind of edge defensively in a series like this. They're going to have to maintain that because football is such a mental ball game.
Oh, it really is, yeah. And there's been a few personnel changes since last year. This is not quite the same team as last year. But if they can keep Northmont down to maybe 2 scores, I think Frankfort has a fantastic chance. And both these teams, if you look at the stats, on Max Preps, they're really similar. They're within 10 yards and rushing, within 10 yards of passing. The sack count, I think there's 0.2 of a sack difference per game average. So the teams are really, really comparative. The only thing I would say is that probably Northmont may have had a little bit tougher early schedule, which maybe got them a little bit more ahead as far as speed getting prepared. But at this time of the year, all the teams have played lots of games. They've seen pretty much everything that somebody could throw at you. So it's just who's going to be able to execute the best, who's not going to turn the ball over, and then who's going to get that momentum. In high school football, I tell you, once you get a little momentum, these young men, they get motivated, they get that adrenaline going, it's hard to stop them.
Last week, North Montgomery lost to Tri-West 39-0. Frankfort, as we witnessed here last week at the Yard, lost 46-16 to Danville. This is a big conference game because for Frankfort, they're sitting 0-4 in the Sagamore Conference, and North Montgomery's 1-3. For Frankfort, this could be a huge victory for them.
Yeah, it could. And Frankfort, I think they had two games here that they definitely have a chance to win. I think the difference in the skill level is much, much closer in this game than they have the last 4 weeks. Next week, definitely it's going to be the same way, where they definitely have a good chance to win when they go and they travel to Crawfordsville. So it'd be really nice to get a little bit of another win under your belt right here, get that confidence back up going into Crawfordsville, and, of course, that leads you right into the tournament.
Sean, you talked about offensive statistics being so similar. North Montgomery coming into tonight's game averages 121 yards passing, rushing the football at 111. Frankfort passing 104.3. Their rush total this year at 95.2. I mean, you said it. You're right on. It's very close offensively.
Oh yeah, they're very similar on the offensive side. So whichever team can find something. You know, if the coaches upstairs were in film work over this last week, if they can find that one thing, that little advantage they have, and they can start playing on that, that will be enormous in this game for sure. And I really do think that how this thing starts for both teams is going to be a big deal because they're both kind of been down in the dumps, getting beat a few times. So whoever gets that edge mentally, that edge, confidence, could really carry them for at least a half.
It's senior night, and our captains are meeting in the middle of the field, and all four captains for Frankfort in tonight's football game are seniors. Carreras, 40, Michael, 3, Goodnight, 13, and Brettonwood, 58. And to their credit, they were able to turn Frankfort's program around last year with the 5 victories, which we haven't seen in quite some time.
Yeah, for sure. Last year's seniors and this year's group of seniors as juniors, they really had put the big turnaround on the program. They had been really struggling for quite a while, and it is starting to come back. Coach Byer's doing a good job. The staff's doing a good job. They're starting to get the feeder programs, the junior high and the elementary. They're starting to make that a little more stable, where that had been an issue for a few years. And it just takes a time for this to grow. Just like you plant a tree, it takes a while for it to grow and give you shade. Well, it's going to take a while to get this program to grow and get to the point where they're going to be consistently competitive in the Sagamore Conference.
And the real challenge for Frankfort in Class 4A as they head into sectional play, it appears that the Chittard Trojans, who started off the season very slowly at 0-4 under Rob Doyle, have really turned their program around. And then you've got the former state champion Ron Colley in the same sectional. It's not going to be a very easy task to win that sectional.
Oh my, no! It's definitely one of the nightmare sectionals in the area for sure. And of course, Chittard, some of their early games were against some teams that are pretty darn good. That might be a little bit out of their league, but I don't care what the record is for Chittard coming into a tournament. With their tradition and their staff, they are always a contender. I don't care where you're at any year.
Jorge Aguilar, number 61, as you take a look at the screen, will be kicking off for Frankfort. The Chargers have 2 deep backs in Gabe Laws, number 24, and Lucas Lighty, number 23. This football game getting set to start as Frankfort at 2-4. And North Montgomery, 2-3, getting ready, set here at the Yard. And Aguilar is ready to kick this one off.
Looks like they're going to do a little dribble in the front, try to get the advantage. And it looks like Frankfort may have gotten it, unless they touched it early. I believe, they touched it early apparently. Boy, if they had just given them half a second more, just let that thing roll one more time, they would have had that quite well. Because North Montgomery didn't even react. Even the front guy did not react when that ball came at him. Now they're going to discuss to see if it was touched or not. I'm not sure how the side judge that threw the flag, he was a little behind the play, and I think all the Frankfort players were screening him off, actually. So I'm hoping that the guy on our side, who's lined up with Northmont's line, had a better view. We'll see what they call here.
It appears, Sean, that they're going to give the football to the North Montgomery Chargers.
And that's going to be
And starting quarterback, Drew Norman, number 8, will be the guy that leads the Chargers. this season, Norman, is 27 out of 59, 293 yards, just 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. And it'll be first down for North Montgomery inside the 50-yard line in Frankfort territory.
Yep, illegal touching, and then they declined the penalty so they could get the ball at the spot of the foul.
Ross Dyson, number 6, is the second leading rusher for the Chargers with 111 yards. But the quarterback, Norman, is the ball carrier, and Ethan Cook comes from behind along with Zygmunt and Brenton Wood to make the tackle, a short gain.
Yeah, just a nice little speed option out here to the short side. Backside rush from the end. Nobody picked him up, and he made the play from the backside. That was a nice play backside from Wood. That senior really stepped up there on senior night.
Now Donovan Hayworth is in the backfield, but he will not quarterback. He's also the quarterback for this ball club. Norman will quarterback. He goes back to pass. Getting a rush. Brenton Wood drops him down for a sack at about the 42. The ball's on the floor. Here's Carreras. He's down the left sideline. If it goes, this is going to be a Frankfort touchdown. Brad Carreras.
We need to see an official make a signal. Yes, it is right there. Wow, what a great start. That's what we were talking about. Frankfort had to get that. Fantastic pass rush, a little boot pass. It was an absolute sieve on the front for Northmont, and Wood makes the play, makes a strip. Contreras picked it up. Fantastic play. Fantastic series there.
Vlad Carreras picks up the fumble and goes all the way for the touchdown. Just what Frankfort needed in this ball game to start this one off. As the hot dog offense being sent out to execute a 2-point conversion with Doug Wood, number 5, the quarterback. Jacob Burns is the lone running back.
They definitely have numbers here in the bunch. There's 3 on 2 down here. They can get it. Little screen. That's a good little call.
Burns on the right side, and he is hammered by Salk, the outside linebacker, before he gets to the goal line, and Salk makes the stop, the sophomore, and the score remains 6-0. But a huge sack, a strip sack that is, for Brenton Wood.
Wow, what a great start, what an exciting start. I tell you, I hope the boys upstairs were kind of paying attention there, because when they went bunch there, Northmont did not adjust to that very well. They didn't prep for that because they had 2 cover men on 3 receivers, and they kind of got away with one there with the run. So hopefully those guys caught it, pipe that down to Coach Byers, and they can use that in the next offensive series.
Once again for North Montgomery, it'll be Gabe Laws and Lucas Lighty to return the kick from Aguilar, who last time tried that onside kick, but it did not travel 10 yards. So Frankfort was penalized, and North Montgomery took possession in great field position. But as we mentioned, Brenton Wood with the strip sack, and Vlad Carreras, the senior, taking it to the house, and Frankfort on top, 6-0.
Well, these guys definitely do not want to kick it to Law. Law is their leading receiver, and he is a big play kind of guy. So hopefully they can get this thing over here to the right, or they've been known to drop it in the middle here quite a bit this year, or to the side on the numbers, just to make it harder to return. And they do kick it to the other gentleman.
23, Lucas Lighty, and the whistle has blown prematurely. A flag is on the play at around the Frankfort 42-yard line. There may be, we don't see this very often, maybe an offsides here.
It might be. That's usually what that is. If they throw it that early, someone crossed the line before the kick. I guess they're a little excited if that score, that strip sack. So that'll push it back 5, and they'll re-kick again.
And the challenge now for Frankfort is allowing North Montgomery to come back after this big touchdown to be in good field position, because the 2 kick returners are now stepping up around the 20-yard line. And as Sean mentioned, Gabe Laws, 24, a pretty good returner with some speed, a senior, and Lucas Lighty, the junior, number 23.
Well, I'll tell you, Northmont are pretty much guaranteed great field position. Even if it hits them and they drop it and it's fall on it, getting the ball on the 20, that's worst case you would think right now. Frankfort really needs to cover this.
Aguilar to kick off for the Hot Dogs. The ball's driven again to Lighty, and he breaks a tackle almost to the 44-yard line. Lucas Lighty with the return for the North Montgomery Chargers and Josh Thompson. It'll be first down for North Montgomery once again, and quarterbacking this unit is Drew Norman.
It looks like he's the one they're going to go with. He must be a little bit more of the option guy. He's got more interceptions than touchdowns right now on the season. He's played one more game than excuse me, Hallworth. But you can tell why he's in there, even though he's a younger player. He's kind of a big kid. Must have some reasonable speed, as we saw in the option.
Already a timeout by Frankfort is called, as Austin Salk is the lone running back for North Montgomery. Frankfort calls timeout up in this ball game 6-0 early on with 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. One of our game sponsors is Ardente Dental. And Sean, Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. We believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques. We look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only for you, but your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. Sean Wines, Frankfort on top 6-0.
Yes, it's nice to see. It is nice to see getting that little cushion there. Now they need to make another great stop. So far, the defensive effort has been fantastic. They've had a lot of people at the ball on both the plays that we've seen so far, and hopefully they can maintain that.
Up front for Frankfort defensively, Charlie. Garcia at one tackle, Ethan Cook, Keaton Myers in the middle. Three-man front they'll start this ball game with.
They're going straight man across the board, so they obviously aren't giving these receivers quite as much respect as they gave the Tri-West and the Danville receivers, and they're packing the box.
Ethan Cook plays off of a block, number 54, to make the tackle, as Salk is the ball carrier. Salk is the third leading ground gainer for the Chargers this year. 12 carries, just 102 yards, and 1 touchdown. Toss sweep, Salk, 50, 45, and goes forward another yard and pulled down from behind. Riley Goodnight was one of the tacklers. Riley has had an outstanding defensive season this year, number 13 for James Byers Ball Club.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, pretty good job there. The defensive end. He ran up the field a little bit further than you want. That makes that hole a little wider. You kind of want that back to have to chop his feet and turn. That slows him down a little, lets you get a little bit flow there quicker. But they are absolutely straight man right now.
Norman down the middle. He gets positive yardage, and Riley Goodnight drags him down. Goodnight, as I mentioned, has had a good defensive season. This is his 43rd tackle, and he leads James Byers, the Frankfort Hot Dogs, in that category.
Yeah, he's all over the place. From playing in that middle spot, the two down linemen in front of the nose and the tackle there, they kind of keep the blockers off him, lets him get the stats, but I'm sure he really appreciates those big boys up front helping him out.
3 down linemen for Frankfort. Norman with Salk in the backfield. They give to Salk off the right side, first down.
All right, so right now the defensive tackle and those in the tackle have been a little too aggressive, trying to get a little too much pressure, and they're just trapping them inside trap. You know, the game before was a little bit of power play where you're taking advantage of a defensive end coming up too quick. So Frankfort needs to make sure they play sound. Don't get too excited. I mean, you know you're fired up. You've got a lead, but you've got to play sound. Play on the line first. Then when you read pass and you get up the field, make sure you stay in position.
Toss sweep Salk.
That's
solid play
done.
there.
Yes, that's much better done. That's
again, Bryce McDonald, the safety, comes up and makes the stop, and they're getting some activity from safeties. McDonald, 36, and 15, Garrick Burge had a tackle in the previous play.
That was really, really nice, yeah. Vlad came up. He didn't over-penetrate. He made the ball bounce a little bit, which slowed it down, and then you got the rally player, the safety coming in, make a nice play.
Norman.
Boot pass.
In the flat, and great play by Sam Michael. Sam Michael does a nice job of bringing down the receiver Laws. You mentioned the leading receiver for North Montgomery. 13 catches, 123 yards in the season, 2 touchdowns, but not much of a gain there.
No, there was a big gap there when that ball was in the air. I tell you, he really did a good job closing and made a beautiful form tackle there in the middle of the field. That could go a long way if he misses that tackle.
3rd down and 8 for Norman and the Chargers. In Frankfort territory.
A little boot pass.
Norman looks downfield, caught.
Nicely done again. Absolutely fantastic coverage right there.
Bryce McDonald makes
deep
the stop.
coverage and the flank coverage. Beautiful coverage.
And the receiver was the former quarterback, Donovan Hayworth. But that'll be short of a first down, and Josh Thompson will go for it here. The Chargers down in this ball game early on, 6-0. Their lone Sagamore Conference victory. They shut out Crawfordsville 26-0, and Crawfordsville will be the next opponent for Frankfort on the road at Crawfordsville next week. Norman. Down the middle, and this one is dropped.
Boy, they got away
Hayworth drops the football. In coverage was Bryce McDonald.
Yeah, they ran him on a little post. The cover man got turned around a little bit. That ball was really not too poorly thrown. It was a little bit low. It should have been caught. Frankfort got away with one. Good deal.
The Frankfort defense takes over the football and gives it to the offense at their own 29-yard line. A big play by the Frankfort defense as North Montgomery misfires on that pass play.
Okay, well, let's see if the Frankfort offense can pick up where the defense has left off the last two series. Let's see who they've got lined up here tonight. Michael in the backfield, looks like.
Yep, Sam Michael at quarterback with Riley Goodnight in the backfield. This tandem led Frankfort to a victory last year on the road at North Montgomery.
A little tight bunch right there.
Goodnight, left side. There may have been some confusion between Goodnight and Michael on the snap.
Yeah, snap's got a high. Looked like Goodnight took the snap. It worked out, though. Got a couple-yard gain there. That's what you want on first down.
Todd LaFoon came up to make the tackle, the junior, number 64. He's playing on the nose and also off tackle at 6'1", 220. A gain of about 2 for Riley Goodnight.
St. Northmont's playing a little 3-4 or 5-2 if you're an old-timer like me.
Michael looking to his left, getting a rush, getting away, and it's caught. That'll be close to a first down. Great catch there by number 5, Doug Wood. One quarterback to another, and Doug Wood found his way past the marker. First down, Hot Dogs.
Boy, Michael did a good job. That was a little off script, having to scramble out of there, but Wood came back for the ball like he should in the scramble drill, and Michael put it right on him. It was a little spooky when Wood gave up a little ground there, but it worked out. He took a big shot at the end of that as well.
Five-man front for North Montgomery. This pass is off mark, intended for Jacob Burns. In the flat on the coverage was Gage Galloway, number 4, the junior.
Well, they had a little stack screen out here. If Burns could have caught that, he really could have had in the sideline for quite a good yardage there. But it just a little overthrown, a little quick. He may not have had the handle yet. Now they're switching it out, it looks like. But Wood's going back at the quarterback. They're going to play a little games, it looks like.
Doug Wood in the backfield. I believe that may be Jacob Burns. Second down and 10.
They're back in that little twin stack look.
And the whistle blows. There may be some movement up front by Frankfort, and that's what it's going to be. That'll push the Hot Dogs back and make it 2nd and 15.
I think it looked like they're going to run that same play, but this time have Wood throw it over there to Michael on the far sideline. But it's kind of hard to tell since it was stopped so quickly.
Up front, Nick Norman, 26, 54, Jacob Rice, and Todd LaFoon, 64 for North Montgomery. Those 3 down linemen. Doug Wood. Screen. Burns in the flat, 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but got some positive yardage here in space.
Yeah, that was all speed right there. That was a good pass. Just outran the defensive end or outside linebacker, whatever you want to call him. And then you got some of that yardage back. Now it makes it 3rd and 10. Not quite where you want to be, but it's way more manageable than 3rd and 15.
5-yard gain for Frankfort.
Now, Coach Byers hasn't been afraid to go for it for 4th down, so maybe he's looking at maybe getting 7, 8 here if he can get it. Something he's maybe a little out, a little quick. You've got a little quick screen outside. That makes sense.
Michael, 45, dropped down by the outside linebacker there. Number 26, Nick Norman, made the stop, but just short of the first down. It'll be probably 4th and 4. And this is an opportunity maybe for Frankfort to flip the field if they choose to punt.
Yeah, we'll see what he's going to do. He's done both this year. I don't see any change in personnel, so it looks like he's going to go for it here.
Keats Pippinger will snap the ball, number 55 for Frankfort. Doug Wood at quarterback. Sam Michael in the backfield. The pass to the flat, caught by Riley Goodnight. 45. He's in bounds, a 35 and out of bounds. It'll be a first down for Frankfort No flags on the play. Nice play developed there, and an excellent job by Doug Wood reading Riley Goodnight in the flat for the first down.
Very accurate pass, and that's what you do get when you have Goodnight out there, which you wouldn't have him in the backfield. He makes the catch, and he makes that first guy go down on the ground with a solid, stiff arm. Now, that was a little trickery back there, putting Michael in the backfield. I wonder if they're going to have a little toss pass coming up here in a little bit, just kind of showing a little bit of 3 in the backfield just as a running back for giggles. We'll see.
Doug Wood has the arm to go deep, and that North Montgomery defense is creeping up towards the line of scrimmage. The safety is only about 11 yards off the line of scrimmage. Burns off the right side. He has no place to go. Good effort there by Donovan Hayworth, playing both ways. Number 7, he was one of the linebackers and made the tackle for Josh Thompson's Chargers.
Yeah, they tried to run a little H-back kick-out block over on the far side, a little power block, but no one picked up the backside end, and they had a huge seepage in the interior, so that play was blown up from the get-go.
Ethan Cook, Nelson Honor, Pippinger, Widd, and Zickman up front, the offensive line tonight for Frankfort. Doug Wood along with Jacob Burns in the backfield. A blitz coming. Quick pass. Michael breaks a tackle to the 40. Gets inside the 40 and brought down, but that's positive yardage. And stretched the defense there and really made them run to the football. Sulk was one of the tacklers, also starting running back for Coach Thompson's ball club. Austin Sulk, the sophomore, at 5'10", 205.
That was a good ball by Wood. Got it out there, got it right on the money. That Michael could get it and make some moves, and he had to make some moves. That's why he's out there, because he has that potential to get that extra yard or get that big play with one missed tackle.
Doug Wood against that 4-man rush. Getting some heat, steps up. He is close to the first down. I think he slid before the flag, before the marker. That may not be a first down. I don't think he's going to get a good mark, Sean.
Boy, yeah, I think you're right. Probably when he slides, you kind of give yourself up and you give up that yards. But I thought that was a little shot to the head. I thought that was a double forearm shiver there. I'm a little shocked they didn't at least talk about that with each other. But apparently not.
4th and short for Frankfort.
If he went for it earlier, he's definitely going for it now. I have no doubt.
Wood out of the shotgun.
Yeah,
and Frankfort wants to talk about it.
I think I'd like to have my big boy in the backfield, maybe, but
and when you talk about big boy, you're talking about Riley Goodnight.
I'm talking about Mr. Goodnight, yeah, the stud, the monster truck versus the Ferrari in there right now. But you never know. They've got it going on right now. Just stay out of the way and let him do his thing.
It is 6-0 Frankfort. 4th and 1 deep in North Montgomery territory in the first quarter of play here.
And even though Northmont has been dominating the front a little bit in the run game, if Goodnight is in there at the backfield, you can play action him, and I guarantee you that the safeties and everybody's going to be diving inside there because of what they experienced last year, which would make the passing game a little bit easier. But the screen game out here has been pretty solid. If you do get the ball out here to Goodnight, then he's going to be able to break a tackle to get your yardage. So, I mean, there's lots of ways you can skin this cat.
Well, right now, Sam Michael back in the ball game at quarterback, and Riley Goodnight is in the backfield, as you talked about, going with some size to try to get this first down. Goodnight off the right side, moving forward. He's got the first down and more. That's a first down. He's still in play at the 10. Northmont having trouble bringing him down inside the 4. And he is finally brought down by one of the DBs, Gabe Laws, number 24, but not before Riley Goodnight busts through for a first down.
That is why you put your monster back truck in there on fourth and short. Just getting the interior was completely stuffed. Northmont did a great job at the point of attack, but being the experienced running back he is, he found a little crease off tackle there. Broke it forward, broke a tackle, knocked some dudes down. It's like a man playing against junior high kids or elementary kids in the backyard. That's beautiful to see.
First down and goal for Frankfort from the North Montgomery 5.
Yeah, they covered this little bunch a little bit better now. Oh, they're blowing, man, they've got him.
Wood, fly sweep, Michael, left side, gets a block from Quincy Perry. He dives into the end zone. It is a touchdown. Frankfort touchdown, 12-0 Hot Dogs.
Very nicely done right there. Very nicely done. They did cover the bunch look out here a little bit better that time, but they went man with it. So when Michael runs across, the man who's covering, he's got to run through all the linebackers and everything else. There's no way to get over, so that gives Frankfort a numbers advantage on that far side. And he just stuck his foot in the ground. His first option, lowered the shoulders and got the score. That is exactly how you have to run that right there.
Hot Dogs trying to get these 2 points back. Doug Wood at quarterback. Looks left, goes right. Michael at the 5, and he is going to be brought down, unfortunately. North Montgomery did a really nice job defensing that. That was Jared Kirsch, number 82, 5'10 sophomore. But Frankfort takes the lead at 12-0.
This is everything Frankfort wanted on senior night to get started. They got the lead, they got some motivation, they got some confidence built right now, and so far everything's going their way.
One of our game sponsors tonight is Defining Looks Wig Hair and Nail Salon, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19, any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They're also certified in toppers, wigs for kids and children with hair loss. Find them at www.defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram. Defining Looks Wig Hair Nail Salon, located at 311 Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette. And right now, Frankfort looking great. Hot Dogs on top, 12-0.
Well, right now they're just playing at a completely different speed than North Montgomery is, which is really nice to see if you're a Frankfort fan for sure.
Aguilar with the kick, taken in about the 24-yard line, and dropped. Good defensive play on the return. Lucas Leidy, maybe only 6 yards on the return. Good effort downfield by the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Leading the charge was Julio Rivero, number 50.
Yeah, Burns there was getting blocked and dove down, got the ankle, knocked him down. That was a great play by Burns.
North Montgomery has their poorest field position of the night, but it's still in decent territory at their own 31 to start the first period, down 12-0. Now number 6, Ross Dyson is stepping in at quarterback. There is some confusion by Josh Thompson in North Montgomery, and I believe they're going to burn a timeout here.
Yeah, they're absolutely out of sorts right now. I think they came in expecting a little different start than this, and I'm telling you, they've run into a buzzsaw right now.
And then buzzsaw was started with Brenton Wood's strip sack and Vlad Carreras' big touchdown run in the end zone, and defense definitely wins. And oddly enough, I say this because it doesn't happen often, Frankfort has shut out North Montgomery for almost 3 quarters now.
Yeah, that hasn't happened a whole lot in the career recently for Frankfort. So that's good to see. Hope they can keep going and put 3 more quarters on that tally and then come with a nice big W.
Dyson, who stood in at quarterback there, and maybe they were trying to run a wildcat.
It looks like he's back there again.
He's got 44 carries for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you're right, he will be back there along with Salk in the backfield.
Well, they do have a speed option available to the top of the field here.
Dyson, toss sweep, almost lost it. And nice defensive effort there by Frankfort, but he moves forward. Ethan Cook and Zigman were tacklers, but Salk got some positive yards there for North Montgomery.
They did. I'd really like to see these ends not get quite as skippy and get upfield 4 or 5 yards as possible, but the rally there to the ball made a good job. That just makes that hole so big and gives that back a chance to make some moves. And that toss about landed on the track over here. That thing was hot and high.
Ross Dyson stays in the lineup, number 6. He gets a snap off the left side, gets inside a block by Salk, almost beats a tackle by Riley Goodnight and Bryce McDonald, but still short of a first down, got a couple yards.
Yeah, that was much better at that time. Vlad's offensive tackle slid down inside. He squeezed down, and that made the hole a lot tighter. They had the flow. They got a nice pop. They just didn't make the play. That really could have been a 1-yard gain because of the tightening of that hole, but the great run by the running back breaking those tackles.
Got a good mark. Give him a first down there. Ross Dyson, the quarterback. And the give, he's not going to get much off the right side. Again, defensively, Ethan Cook having a nice night. Salk, the ball carrier.
Well, he really is. That came from the outside as the defense did squeezing that down. That is nice. The one thing they do have to be careful of, if they continually do that with their ends, then the quarterback has the ability to pull that and go to the outside on that little zone read or dive read look.
Dyson, empty backfield. The slot guy, or the H-back actually, is number 26, Nick Norman. Dyson had a good block, goes right down the middle. 45 down to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down for North Montgomery. Kai Kirby was the guy who made the tackle for Frankfort, but boy, the C part kind of parted.
Yeah, that's just a straight old-fashioned guard trap. I mean, if your tackles are not squeezing, if you get the offensive guard that you're on goes down inside to get a linebacker, you have got to squeeze and get your hip on the hip of the center, or else you're going to get trapped like that all night, and that is very difficult because your linebacker is eating a guard in his face, and he is going to have a difficult time getting off that block.
Dyson, again, off the right side this time, down the middle.
Yeah,
Bell comes up and makes a stop, but another nice game.
Yeah, absolutely. The exact same thing happened there. Wood was all the way 5 yards deep in the backfield before they even knew what the play was, and that just leaves that gap enormously open. You've got to make sure you play the defense soundly. I know they're fired up, I know they're excited, but you still have to be sound like you did at the beginning of the game.
9-yard gain.
The sacks will come.
Second and short. Dyson, the quarterback. Salk off the right side, first down and more. He's going, he's driving his feet. He fumbled the football. He fumbled the football. There's a battle for it underneath.
Wow.
Frankfort has control of the football. The Hot Dogs get the recovery. Riley Goodnight comes up with it. Frankfort football.
Well, that's definitely one of the keys we talked about, that whoever turns the ball over is going to have some issues. And my golly, that's 2 turnovers right there, 2 huge turnovers. North Montgomery's making a nice drive. Frankfort doesn't look like they can stop them at all on the running game on the interior, and then they cough it up. Wow, what a great break for Frankfort.
First down for the Hot Dogs as Vlad Carreras comes into the game late. They were yelling for him to get into the lineup. Otherwise, they would have been a man short. They do not want to burn another timeout. Doug Wood with Riley Goodnight in the backfield. Big turnover for the Hot Dogs. Their second of the night. Wood.
Just run.
He's still looking. He throws, and this one is almost picked off.
That's very ill-advised. As soon as the rule is, unless you're a 6'5" lumberjack, you can't run at all. You get out there on the edge, and you see green grass. First down, you get down there as much as you can get out of bounds or slide, keep yourself out of the infirmary, and then you come back and play again. So he's trying to make too much happen right there. He's double covered.
Carreras, the intended receiver, nearly picked off. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Frankfort. Wood. Screen. This one in the grass, incomplete, intended for Jacob Burns.
That is a break. That he called that an incomplete pass. That would have been a 4 or 5 yard loss. I think Burns actually made a good grab there, but let's just go with what they call.
3rd down, Frankfort.
So now they're way behind the sticks. It could have been a much better situation.
As you see, Northmont's defense is really pressing the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, having number 4 up front there, that's taking away that little screen game that is very common in that bunch look. Now they get them both pressed.
Wood getting pressure, goes down the middle, running the football, breaking a tackle. This is a first down.
Excellent.
That is a big play by Doug Wood. Salk came up and made the stop.
Exactly. That is the second huge play by Wood getting pressure. Now Northmont is getting some decent pressure, but we saw it with Michael and we saw it with Wood a couple times. They have got to stay in their passing lanes. They've got to get their pass lanes. They've got to get the pressure, and then they've got to chop their feet down and keep them in between you. You need to make like a big net and just encircle him as you come in, not just run by.
Under 30 seconds in the first period. Frankfort probably will have one play left here in the quarter. This is Wood looking downfield, getting a rush, and he is going down. There is a big sack by Jacob Rice, the 6', 210-pound sophomore.
Well, that was a really nice pass rush. The tackle got a piece of him, but he swam off of the block and made a nice form tackle.
Big sack for North Montgomery to end the first period, but Frankfort has jumped on top, and James Byers Ball Club in great shape. It's Frankfort 12, North Montgomery nothing. After one period of play, you're watching this Sagamore Conference Senior Night matchup at the Yard on the ISC Sports Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
We are back at the Yard. Frankfort on top of North Montgomery 12-0. Healthy Communities of Clinton County sponsors our football this evening. The Healthy Communities of Clinton County Coalition, formed in 2006 as partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who are interested in addressing issues of health in the Clinton County community. Now, over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policies, systems, and environmental changes. As Riley Goodnight gets the screen, good positive yardage. Healthy Communities of Clinton County still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintonccounty.com.
Frankfort really needed that. They got a lot of that back. Now it's third and manageable. I mean, it's not where you want to be, 3rd and 10, but it definitely gives you more options in the playbook that you can use to get to first down here.
And they did that after a huge sack by Rice. Now Doug Wood at the helm, sends Michael in motion.
Oh, they got him.
Down the middle, Sam Michael. He's got it, but he's short of a first down. He was reeled down very quickly. Nice defensive play by Gage Galloway.
Boy, that was a really nice play design right there. Goodnight had his man who's going to take him to the outside. He's out. He didn't quite get outside fast enough. Had a little circle route after the motion from Michael in the backfield, and then got him and just couldn't quite break that tackle. If Goodnight had gotten his guy maybe 2 steps further outside, he probably would have gone to the house.
It is still 4th and 3, and Frankfort and James Byers could flip the field and punt. They're going to go for a first down. This is a big defensive effort for North Montgomery upcoming.
This is enormous right here.
Screen, it's almost picked and it's incomplete. Sam Michael covered quickly by Ben Cody, number 25, and North Montgomery takes over the football in Frankfort territory.
Boy, he really jumped that. He had that, knew that was coming. Oh boy, he was on that one. That's one I'm kind of with you on this. I think I might have punted that with the lead. I'm not sure I need to be pressing quite as hard, but hey, he's gotten here doing what he's doing. Just keep doing the thing you're doing. You're the one's going to catch the heat whenever it gets done at the end of the day. So you live and die with what your philosophy is, and that's
Ross Dyson, the sophomore, number 6, stays in the game. He's 5'9", 200. They do not pass the football very well with Ross Dyson. They're a run-oriented football team. And a Montgomery Charger, number 24, Gabe Laws, jumps clearly offsides. That's a huge penalty for Frankfort to start off this drive.
Boy, does that really help them out a lot. It really does. It's interesting. Northmont must be really having some issues finding some quarterback play because, I mean, we had 2 quarterbacks who had played some time. Today we're seeing, neither of them other than the first couple plays of the game.
Dyson rolling to the left, throws to the left hand, and almost overthrew the receiver, Hayworth. And Bryce McDonald just nailed him quickly at about the 41-yard line, only a gain of about 1.
Oh boy, yeah, that was a nice defensive backfield rotation. And you get a little boot like that, everyone's going to roll down to the ball. Your safety or whoever your flat player is to just come down right now, looking for somebody to smack, and they were right in perfect position. Great job, Frankfort.
83 Hardy has 6 receptions for 59 yards for North Montgomery. Split wide right. Dyson down the middle, and he gets by one tackler. I think he may be short. Ferris was one of the tacklers, number 40. It's going to be really close.
Yeah, so it's not the same deal we were talking about a minute with Frankfort. It's going to be 3rd and 10 or 11 here, so not where you want to be, but definitely more manageable than the 3rd and 15 they had just a couple of minutes ago.
Dyson will work out of the pistol here.
Now this corner down here in our safety needs to be inside this player. You can't let him get that little quick
3rd and 11,
slant.
pitch to the right, Salk.
Nice stiff arm.
And he gets out of bounds.
5-6 yards short, maybe 4. Something like that. Uh-oh.
And there may be an injured player on the play. Maybe. Could be a cramp, I hope.
Looks like he's grabbing a wrist, maybe.
It's a Frankfort player down at the 35-yard line after that 3rd and 11 play. And we'll take a break here. We'll come back and catch this. But let's see some of our sponsors here on the IC Sports Network.
Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com. Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local
Bryce McDonald was the injured player. He walked on his own accord, but he was injured. Salk, the ball carrier on 4th down, make it. And that is a 1st down for Salk off the left side. And John, you witnessed Bryce. It looks like he may be out.
Yeah, it does. It looks like it might be a wrist, possibly a shoulder. We'll have to see what they start working on here on the table. He definitely did. He definitely was in some pain. So that is going to be a big loss from him. He has made a couple of really nice plays so far this game, and this year he's been a solid defensive back player.
Salk with a 1st down for North Montgomery. Dyson rolls left. The lefty missed the tackle, and Ethan Cook finally got him, but not before he got really positive yardage.
Yeah, he is a solid runner, and that's why he's the leading rusher. And I can see what they're trying to do there. They're trying to get him the ball any way he can, and then when everyone converges on him, then they're going to try to have him make some easy play action passes or some option work with Salk, who's a pretty strong runner as well.
2nd and 5. The ball at the Frankfort 21.
Oh.
Dyson, the bad snap. Can Frankfort get it? And I think Dyson fell on the football before the hot dogs could get him, but that is a huge loss for North Montgomery.
Golly. I mean, North Montgomery is just absolutely shooting themselves in the foot this game. They've had the 2 turnovers. Now they almost had a turnover here, and now it's 3rd and forever. And if they were, a pretty, successful passing team, you would think, well, that's not a big issue for them. But they haven't shown the ability to be that kind of team consistently so far in this game.
12-yard loss on the bad snap for North Montgomery. Dyson, the quarterback, he's a southpaw. Keep your eye on that. He's going to take the football. Got by Wood. Look out. down the middle of the field. That is a first down. That is a back-breaking run by Dyson.
It's that same interior trap that we were talking about earlier that they had driven down the entire field with earlier. I know they want to get after him, but right now, and it's an adjustment because they had looked at film and they had seen different quarterbacks in there who could throw the ball a little bit, but they are definitely selling out on the run. So, Frankfort needs to have that interior 6 or 7, however they're going to play that. Absolutely stout. You're playing run first, and then you'll pass rush when you have to. You'll have the cover guys who can take care of any throws by him.
18 yards by Dyson. Salk, left side, slips one tackler, and finally is taken down. Riley Goodnight comes in and makes a stop, but not after another positive gain for North Montgomery. Frankfort came really close to having a tackle for loss there.
Yes, they did. Yeah, it was, Vlad got in there a little bit, but the angles at which they're attacking sometimes are a little bit too steep. You want to get more down the line, make that ball do something lateral so that everyone can run to it.
Ross Dyson moves to the left, throws, caught by Hayworth. 5, goal line, touchdown.
Missed the tackle. Yep.
Donovan Hayworth in the end zone, the first touchdown of the ball game for North Montgomery off the left-handed throwing arm of Ross Dyson.
Yeah, they made him go the opposite direction. Frankfort had pressure right in his face. He had to get rid of the ball in a hurry. It was actually a good throw under duress. It was caught, and if that first tackle had been made, that would not have been a touchdown. But kudos to the North Montgomery wide receiver there.
Dyson remains in the game, as does Salk. Northmont is going to go for 2 here. The ball snapped over Dyson. He picks it up, and Guerreras gets him, and there's no points, and the score remains Frankfort 12, North Montgomery 6. There's been a series of bad snaps, but the ball is pretty slick tonight.
It is. It's kind of a weird weather condition. It's kind of humid and damp out. The grass is probably getting a little bit of dew on it at this point. It's getting near the dew point, so it makes it a little tough.
One of our game sponsors tonight, Sean, is Tipmont REMC. An in-home energy assessment is the easy, convenient, and free way to measure your home's energy efficiency, lowering your monthly energy bills and saving you money. Visit tipmont.org today to schedule your free in-home energy assessment. Tipmont REMC, empowering our communities. And I can tell you that is valuable. I have had an energy assessment, and sometimes they give you free light bulbs and all sorts of things, and it's really a nice input for a homeowner.
That's really nice.
North Montgomery will kick the football off here in the second period. They are back in the ball game.
That 2-point conversion stop right there was huge. That makes Northmont have to score twice to take the lead instead of just once.
Norman will kick off for North Montgomery, right down the middle of the field to the left side. Somebody's going to get it, and it's finally covered by Frankfort. That was Yahir Matias who got it. Otherwise, that's a live ball.
Oh, my gosh, that was a heart stopper there for a minute. I thought they was going to let us sit there and look at it. Oh, my gosh, I don't need that stress this time of day.
So Frankfort will start off at their own 27-yard line. 12-6 hot dog, 6:31.
Okay, the thing to do is come back and answer right now.
And all the whistles are blowing on the field. Somebody is not ready to snap the football quite yet.
It looks like they may have some kind of Norwegian fishing knot over there on the chain. This looks like one big tangled bird's nest.
Frankfort 12, North Montgomery 6. The hot dogs on the board immediately with the strip sack and the fumble recovery for a touchdown by Vlad Carreras, the senior. But North Montgomery has battled back on a little toss from Dyson.
I bet those guys didn't know they were going to be on the world-renowned Frankfort television, the Frankfort Network.
Dyson to Hayworth for the touchdown. It's 12-6. Wood down the middle. He's being held and finally dropped. Again, Rice, 54, brings him to the ground. Jacob Rice has had a nice game rushing the quarterback, the 6-foot sophomore. But Doug Wood got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a real nice pass rush, and unlike some of the other times, they were a little bit more disciplined in their pass lanes, and he had nowhere to go.
Four-man rush for North Montgomery, and they nearly jumped. Sam Michael is the quarterback, number 3.
I tell you, North Montgomery are very, very aggressive on the outside with their corners and their safeties. They are absolutely in their face.
Michael having trouble holding on the football. Take it down the middle. 35, and down he goes. Short of the first down, but positive yardage. Norman made the tackle.
Yeah, very, very manageable now. 3 yards, 4 yards? Now, North Montgomery, if they have a pass rush, they're going to have to be a little more sound, a little more patient, because Frankfort has ripped them a couple of times with Wood and Michael with that internal escape when they've had the pass rush a little bit too wide.
That was a 9-yard gain by Sam Michael. 3rd and 1 for Frankfort from its own 36.
You got one-on-one at the top. They want to take it.
Jacob Burns.
Nope.
And he is stopped. I mean, he is just stood up and dropped by Norman, 26. And 64 again was in on there for North Montgomery, Todd LaFoon.
That came all the way from the defensive end position. There has got to be some type of chip on that defensive end. Something has to either send a back over there, you have to send a fake over there. But, man, that was knifed in there very, very rapidly, and looks like they're going to punt this time.
And Austin Bell is the punter for the Hot Dogs, number 1. He had a lot of activity in last week's loss to Danville. This will be his first punt of this ball game with the Hot Dogs on top of North Montgomery 12-6, and the Charger defense has turned things around. Bell's punt, short, caught at the 42, slips one tackler. Around the 50-yard line he goes, at a nice little return by Gabe Laws.
They gained 10 yards on that punt after the return. Someone else is down this time.
Another Frankfort entry. But frankly, he's getting up all by himself. Nice help there. I think that was number 51 for Frankfort, yes, but I'm not positive.
Yes, it was.
Nelson Honor Ramirez, a junior, 5'7", 200 pounds, but he got back. He's back on the sideline. He's okay.
He's got a little tinge there. Okay, this is a huge time for Frankfort. They're going to need to get their defense to get a little bit more stout and need to get a stop here.
1st down and 10 for Ross Dyson.
Play the run first, secure the interior, make them have to throw the ball.
Norman was the motion man. Salk, right side. He's got lots of room. Look out, 40. Inside the 30, and Castillo and Wood finally bring him down, and Brent Wood tried to rip the ball out of his hands, but he held on to it.
Yeah, just once again, it was that little interior trap. Getting a little, I'm not sure if we're getting a little overflow from the play side backer. I know the middle linebacker is being blocked by the guard, so he's basically out unless he can fight off the block. But the other outside linebacker's got to be able to slide back underneath that and get that. He should be the little guy who's unblocked to stuff that, and the safety should be able to get there late. Right now we're not seeing either.
Salk with a big 1st down for North Montgomery at the Frankfort 30. Dyson keeps, left side. Laws missed a block, and Kai Kirby comes up and makes the tackle, but not after he got to the edge, and he had a nice yardage.
Yes, he did. Yep, he's a pretty good running back. The defensive end contained player out there disappeared. I'm not sure where he went, but the interior was much better defended that time. I think that was probably a gap wider than what they had originally planned, but Dyson's a pretty good ball player. He sees where the green is and he runs to it.
7 yards for Ross Dyson. Dyson waits for a block to develop. Castillo misses a tackle, and he gets himself another 1st down before Austin Bell drags him down.
Now, that was a much better job by the interior. The back half, they kind of struggled a bit. At that time, the defensive tackle saw the down block, squeezed it. He wrong-armed it, which means he blocked him hit him with the outside shoulder. That made the ball bounce one gap wider, which slows it down. but this time there wasn't any linebackers there to fill. So the interior play is playing a lot better now that linebackers have got to fix their fits now that the linemen are doing what they should be doing.
Dyson rolls left, looks downfield. He's going to run with it. He's going nowhere, and he's finally brought down. Austin Bell on top of the pile along with Ethan Cook. That time, good pressure by Frankfort and good coverage on the backside.
Absolutely, yeah, that was well defended all the way around. That's, in my opinion, that's what Frankfort wants them to do. They want them to have to throw the ball a little bit, take care of the inside, make him, who hasn't been a quarterback all year, this is the first game that I know of that he's played quarterback, contain him in the pass rush when he is passing, and then make them beat you throwing the ball.
Ross Dyson, he gives to Salk off the right side, slowed down quite a bit.
Yes, once again, there we go. They've got that tackle, that guard trap play kind of sorted out. Now that time the tackle did his job, made the ball bounce, and the linebackers knew that he was going to do his job instead of trying to make up for the mistakes, and they failed. So that is perfect defense for that particular play.
Charlie Garcia at the bottom of the pile, 64, and Kyle Zigman along with Brent Wood. So defensively, more Frankfort hats on the football there. Now, third down and long for Ross Dyson and the Chargers.
All right, so look for a boot pass, right? An easy pass to make would be an inside slant. So if you're the safeties, you want to play inside the receiver. Absolutely deny any inside pass rush.
Bell is blitzing. Dyson runs inside. Didn't get much yardage. Good job by Ethan Cook.
Everything was covered absolutely perfect out on the flank. And then he had nowhere to go, try to take it in, and Frankfort was in great pursuit. That is exactly how you defend that right there. And right now, it seems like the only play that they feel confident with him throwing right now.
Fourth down, the clock running at 1:10, and North Montgomery, the Chargers, are going to call timeout. They want to talk it over because it's 4th and 6 with the Chargers down in this ball game, 12-6. This ball game must be won by Frankfort right now on the defensive end. They've got to come up with plays to give their offense a chance to gather that momentum back.
Absolutely, yep. They need to take away that trap play, take away the interior run, make the ball bounce if they try to stuff it in there. I mean, they've had a lot of success. It's an awful lot of yards to run that. So far they've wanted to run boot. They've tried to run a little toss to the outside to get some plays. They haven't done any just straight drop back with Dyson. Frankfort needs to take away the easy passes. Easy passes here are those little outs, little arrow routes to the sideline, and a little quick slant. Those are the easiest throws to pass for a quarterback. So take away those, make him do something special. Make him have to throw a little corner out, make him have to throw a deep post, but hopefully by then you'll get some pass rush and hopefully in the lane so he doesn't scramble and make you hurt you. So.
And, Sean, as much as I like timeouts for an offense to regroup, figure things out, this has got to be an advantage for Frankfort because it allows the defense to get some rest. It is really hot and humid outside, a lot more than you can imagine. It's very humid.
Oh, looks like they're going a little bit different formation now. Probably going to run a little power game.
Dyson back to pass, looking to his right. Now he's going to run up the middle. He's going to be hit.
And
is
short.
he close? Riley Goodnight makes the stop. North Montgomery thinks he got the first down. Frankfort thinks they got the football back.
Yes, for sure.
And the Frankfort defense makes the stop. He is short.
Huge stop. Yeah, they went with a little power game there, it looked like. And there was no dice for Dyson there, and he made a nice little game, but not enough to make this go. Great stop by Frankfort. That's what they absolutely needed. Now they need to hopefully kill the clock. Northmont's called one timeout, I think, so they can stop it twice.
Ross Dyson short of the first down. Frankfort's defense did come up big, and Doug Wood is now running the show for Frankfort. Hot Dogs have to have a good snap here.
The question is, they're going to try to get some points. It looks like they're trying to get some points here.
Wood back to pass, looks to his left, throwing down the field. He's got his man.
Excellent.
Great catch by Quincy Perry. He fumbles the football, but he was down by the ground. A great pitch and catch by Doug Wood to Quincy Perry. That is a first down for the Hot Dogs.
Well, that was a blown cover. I think two guys jumped the short route, and this left him absolutely wide open down there, and the ball was on the money. I do like Doug Wood's accuracy. He is a very accurate passer.
45-yard line for Frankfort. Wood again. Looking to the right, throws for Birds. First down, he goes out of bounds. He does. That'll stop the clock.
Very nicely done.
43.3 remaining in the half.
We got a flag back here. We got a flag, we got a hat, we got all kinds of stuff going on back here.
And that may mean a penalty against the offense with a hat off.
Personal foul.
Ooh, how do you like that?
And we heard that call for roughing the passer all the way up here.
And now an unsportsmanlike penalty against Frankfort. So maybe there will be offsetting penalties.
That's too
and
bad.
The question is, will they bring this football back, or were those potentially one of those might have been a dead ball foul?
Yeah,
boy, this
I didn't
makes it
happen
confusing.
to see it, but a lot of times what will happen there is one of the defenders will kind of cheap shot your quarterback, and then one of the offensive players will see it, or the offensive player himself will get up and retaliate, and that'll be the second call. So it just depends on whether the retaliation occurred as the play was in action or not. If they were both in during the play, it's going to go all the way back and it's going to be a redo. If one happened during the play and one was after, they'll actually mark both off, and traditionally they'll actually walk them back off, and you'll end up. So we'll see how they've ruled when the timings of these things, because that makes a huge difference here.
Well, one of the good things that we've seen at all levels of football is the officials protecting the quarterback.
Yes.
Because over the years, the quarterbacks have taken a lot of unnecessary hits.
All right, so where's this? So he picked up his business. So I'm not sure where the. So it must be at the same time, because they just brought the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. And
so that pass play is nullified as they mark off the two penalties.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I was watching the ball instead of watching behind the scenes. That's very unfortunate.
There's still enough time for Frankfort to push the football down the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Frankfort has one timeout or two. I can't recall. I know they called at least one. They have one. Okay. Makes sense.
And right now, there is one timeout for each team that's left.
Now they got this little stack bunch here. A beautiful little combo here to run vertical. I have one of those dudes run the post or run a real quick slant right in the middle, because there's zero safeties in the middle of the field on this outside.
Blitz on the outside. Wood throws. Almost picked off by Carreras. Actually caught by Carreras, not picked off.
Yeah.
But it just overthrown just by Tad. But give Doug Wood credit, because they were coming after him.
Yeah, and he actually put that ball on the money, too. He really did. That was the only place you could drop that. He dropped that right in the hat, right in the bucket where you wanted it. I really like that same formation. If they could run an arrow with the outside guy, run that middle guy on a fade, and bring this outside guy on a quick slant, they could absolutely gash them there with no one in the middle of the field, because they'll pick each other off on that outside guy.
Doug Wood sends Michael in motion to the left. Looks downfield, rolls right.
Keep running with him. Here we go.
And he needs to get out of bounds, and he does. And again, LaFoon did a pretty good job of coming up field, number 64 for North Montgomery. And the clock stops at 29.0 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're trying to run that little circle route again with Michael, but this time the linebacker jumped it. And then when they booted away, Michael actually got some separation, but by then Wood had already crossed the line of scrimmage. He got the yards he could get. He couldn't get to him. But that play is still there.
With the clock stopped, Frankfort has the opportunity to look to the sideline for a play call.
A nice little run here wouldn't be a bad deal either. If you can get 3 or 4 yards.
Wood looking left side. Got Burns, and he dropped it at the 33-yard line.
A little back shoulder throw. He was there, and we got a flag in the offensive backfield again. We'll see what this is. It's not quite at the line of scrimmage, so I don't know if this is going to be a hold.
And it looks like the Frankfort linemen are looking at the officials as if they were guilty of an infraction here, and the referee is talking to the North Montgomery defensive unit, definitely against the hot dogs.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a hold, I would imagine. I think it's third and let's see what they'll do. They'll make it fourth down if they decline it, or third and forever.
And it looks like they're going to decline this holding call.
Yep.
And it'll make it fourth down. And Frankfort may pull the trigger here, and they're not. Austin Bell is coming in the ball game to kick, and Julio Rivera checking the game, number 50 as well, and Lane Todd 25. So the special teams unit on the turf here for for the Hot Dogs.
Well, be sure
with
you
24.5 seconds to go.
Make sure you max protect this and kick it over to the right side. Don't kick it over here because you have a lot of green.
Bell, no pressure. Short punt,
width.
taken away by Laws. He's to the left side, look out. And he's finally taken out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Austin Bell was the tackler. The punter came down to make the stop. But not before Northmont. They've got some pretty decent field position with 13.7 seconds
they do,
left.
And they have some athletes as well. This is a nail-biting situation right now for the Frankfort defense.
Frankfort appears to try to protect in coverage here. They only have 3 down linemen rushing the quarterback. However, Carreras is standing up on the right side, as you see. Back to pass. Norman back in the ball game, looking down the left side. This one incomplete.
Didn't really even know the ball was coming to him. It didn't look like he was out for a jog.
Intended for Jared Kirsch, number 82 for North Montgomery.
The bad thing is if you're Frankfort, it only took 4 seconds, or actually 3 seconds.
Second down. There is 9 seconds, as you see on the scoreboard, remaining before halftime. Norman
Close off.
looking down to the left side. Third down.
He got hit right when he threw the ball, and that ball went nowhere.
And right now, with 5.7 seconds left, the assumption is they're going to either score or that's the end of the quarter. There's just not a whole lot of time to run 2 plays unless they throw another incomplete pass and then are forced to run something for 4th down.
Okay, now they got one of their regular quarterbacks in there.
This is Norman.
They have Norman in.
Drew Norman, number 8. Riley Goodnight with the blitz.
Get pressure. That's
Goodnight with the sack.
Fine job.
Riley Goodnight with the sack to end the quarter. Excellent job defensively for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. And for quite some time, James Byers Ball Club goes to the locker room on top at the half. It's Frankfort 12, North Montgomery 6. And you're watching a great Sagamore Conference matchup at the Yard on the ISC Sports Network.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
How would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going
before.
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com. Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, as the first down. Smithson tracks it down, shot at the buzzer. Sideline, he cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com. Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com. Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down. Smithson tracks it down, shot at the buzzer. Sideline, he cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
How would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com. Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, as the first down. Smithson tracks it down, shot at the buzzer. Sideline, he cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
It's halftime at the Yard. Frankfort 12, North Montgomery 6. I'm Mike Walensky along with Sean Wines. It's senior night, and one senior that's been very impressive to me on both sides has been Riley Goodnight. He's been the difference maker for Frankfort.
Yeah, he's made a couple big plays on the offensive side. That one real big first down that they got going toward the flags down here, and then he's been a consistent tackler on the defensive side. A lot of that interior run stuff, he's been the one who's made the plays, and he's fought off a couple blocks. Like right there at the end of the half, fought off two nice blocks, the beautiful rip moves like you'd want to show your junior high kids on how to do it to get that big sack to end the half.
Football is a game of momentum, and Frankfort had the momentum, 12-0. There was 4th and short. They decided to go for it, and North Montgomery stopped them, and then all of a sudden North Montgomery has a nice little run, gets the ball in the end zone. Hayworth with the 14-yard pass from Ross Dyson, and we've got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, we really do. And I tell you, we were just talking about this at halftime. Neither of us are sure who's going to win this thing because it's really kind of going back and forth. Frankfort has done a real nice job on the defensive side, getting some turnovers, which has been very, very important, especially the drive that Northmont looked like they were going to be unstoppable. And then, Northmont looked like they're trying to find something offensively. They've got some guys in different positions. They've got Dyson back there trying to get some yardage. Dyson and Hulk, I think it's Hulk, both are running the ball really strong. At the end of the half, it looked like Frankfort was starting to kind of clean up a little bit of the trap game. They're starting to get a little better squeeze from their tackle, and those balls are starting to bounce, and the linebackers are starting to flow. So hopefully that's something that we'll see in the future. And Northmont, they've done a pretty good job in their interior front defensively. But Frankfort has really come in with a lot of creativity with moving Michael around, moving Goodnight around a little bit. They've had Wood at quarterback. They've had Michael at quarterback. They've had Goodnight in the backfield. They've had Goodnight out on the outside. They've put Michaels in the backfield and motioned him out. They've swung him out on pass routes. So they've been really creative in this game. And they've a new formation. They've got the twins, but they got the little stack look out there, which is something they haven't shown all season. So they've really come prepared, and they're executing. A lot of times teams will throw that stuff in there, and then they'll just absolutely make it look horrible because they haven't practiced enough. But they've obviously been working on this more than just this past week, and it's been paying off a little bit.
Well, the weather has had an impact in this ball game tonight because we've talked about it's awfully humid outside, and it's kind of slick.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird deal out there. It's starting to get a little bit of dew in the grass. That has definitely affected some of the snaps, particularly for Northmont. They've had a couple of real high ones. I don't know if the ball slipped in the center's hand or if it was just a wild snap, but that could have a huge effect later, particularly if you get a kickoff or a punt that kind of rolls around the ground a little bit and you pick it up.
A big piece in James Byers' development as a head football coach was last year's 16-14 road win over North Montgomery. That was enormous. That stopped a 10-game winning streak in the series. And now Frankfort believes that they can win, and that's a good thing for the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, I think you're right. Exactly right. You beat some of those foes that you haven't beaten for a while. I think they beat them. They beat Southmont here at home. Well, we covered that game last year. We covered that game last year. That was a nice big win for them. It had been a couple years for that. And, that's the steps that it takes to start building your program back up again. You get a couple big wins here. Your kids start believing. Then you get more kids coming out. And they're willing to spend more time in the summer. And it just builds on itself. But you have to have that first season or first couple seasons to get that to happen. So far, he's had that.
Well, in the first half, it was really interesting midway through this ball game because Ross Dyson took over at quarterback for North Montgomery, whereas the starting quarterback for the Chargers, number 8, Drew Norman, was the guy. But then in the last series when North Montgomery had a little bit of time to try to make a run at the end zone to tie the ball game, they brought Norman back in the contest. And the question is, for both ball clubs, who do you play quarterback?
Exactly right. To me, that tells me that they do not have a lot of confidence in Dyson's overall passing game. He has made a couple of real nice throws in the flat when they rolled him to that direction, even when they rolled to the right, which is hard for a left-handed passer to throw that. But he has not tried to throw anything over 5 yards deep. So that makes me think that, hey, if they're going to be in a situation at the pass, that they're probably going to move him back to halfback and bring the other guy in. So right now that's going to be a key tip-off for the defense and what they need to be kind of adjusted for.
As much as Doug Wood has just a tremendous arm for Frankfort, he's still young, and when there's pressure on him, sometimes he makes mistakes. But when he runs the football under the pressure, he makes some things happen.
He does. He does. Just squeeze that. But he's a big kid. I mean, there are a couple of times there he's run out there and kind of run over a guy. Just squeeze that ball, get the yardage you can get down, and live to play another play.
I'm really curious what Doug Wood would become here in Frankfort's football program. I know and watched him play basketball. He's an outstanding basketball player. But he could become one of the area's better quarterbacks his senior year and possibly could be a Division I prospect.
Well,
he's got some tools.
Yeah, if he definitely has some size, he has a nice touch. We've seen him throw a couple nice deep balls as well, especially the one here on the sideline to Vlad, which just wasn't caught. So he does have some potential now. He's something you can build around. So you need to get a front who can protect him, and you need to get probably two weapons in the wide receiver ranks and maybe a little halfback that is serviceable, and they can have a really good offense next year.
The good news starting off the third period as we take a look at these two teams as we get set is Frankfort will receive, and Sam Michael will be the deep back for Frankfort in this alignment. I believe that Norman, number 26, will do the kicking for North Montgomery. Nick Norman, he's 5'9", a senior at 225. And he'll set up the football at his own 40-yard line. And last time he rifled a ball down the right sideline, and no one from Frankfort wanted to pick the ball up.
Yeah, you're right. That was a little spooky. Those front guys from Frankfort should probably be ready because I wouldn't put anything past North Montgomery.
Matias, number 7, on the near side, along with Castillo on the right side. And McMichael's the deep back. This is the kick. And this ball's bouncing and out of bounds, a flag. And that is a mistake for North Montgomery. That's going to give the Hot Dogs great field position to start off this period.
Yep, should put it at about 35, assuming they'll take that option and not have them re-kick. But we'll find out. Yep, looks like that's what they're going to elect to do.
Doug Wood will start at quarterback for Frankfort. He's out on the field at the quarterback slot with Sam Michael. Quincy Perry and Carreras will be lined up on the left side. Michael will be all to himself with single coverage from North Montgomery's Ben Cody, number 25.
Well, that is an island out there. Oh, boy. If he can get a good release, and he's in his face, too, get a quick release, get an outside fade, that is going to be a match because this safety will never get over there, never in a million years.
Wood with Burns in the backfield. Jacob Burns turns. Great defensive effort by the Chargers. 83, the tackler, Brecken Hardy. 5'11", 165-pound junior.
Yeah, you said that was a real nice flow from both the linebackers on the inside and from the safety rolling down.
2 yards for Jacob Burns. Number 14, running back for Frankfort. Burns, 54 carries, 138 yards this year. 1 touchdown for James Byers Ball Club. Wood down the middle. And Carreras could not hold on. He had it. And then the backer over there, 83, again at a tackle earlier, Brecken Hardy. But Vlad could not hold on to the football.
Boy, that was well-designed play. Vlad got right inside the linebacker, perfect position. The ball was right on the money, hit him right in the hands. It had a little zip, but that was a decent, long enough pass that he could have put a little zip on that, and that would have been a long, long run before someone caught him. That's very disappointing.
3rd and 8 from the 37. Wood gets away, throws downfield, caught, and that, I believe, is Riley Goodnight. And that is a Frankfort first down.
Yeah, it looks like they ran a little double drag, a little double cross in there. He had great pass protection. He held that ball forever. I was waiting for him to get lit up, but it never happened. Good job, offensive front. And then Goodnight and Vlad both sat down there on the hashes, and nice, beautiful, hard bullet right into the chest, and Goodnight held it.
11-yard pass play from Wood to Goodnight.
You were just talking about him, and that had a lot of zip. You could hear that thing slam him in the hands all the way up here.
Wood, pressure from Hayworth, 7. Nice block by Goodnight. This is Burns. Solid run off the left side.
I'm not sure what they're seeing over here. You know, a lot of times, it's not. You don't always want to toss the ball into the short side, but they definitely have seen something here. And that was a nice cutback by Burns there. Nice strong run.
44-yard line, a gain of 6 for Jacob Burns. North Montgomery with 5 guys in the line of scrimmage. Wood looks downfield, right side on the way, and looking for Michael, a flag on the play.
No.
Cody pushed off. That has to be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, we're going to see. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to call there, because it looks like the defensive player was holding him, and then at the end there, Michael kind of gave a little push. So I just thought maybe they'd let that be hand fighting for both players, but we'll see. This is – everybody's nervous. Both coaching staffs are nervous on this one.
It is.
Defense, yep.
Defensive pass interference on Ben Cody, and that will be a first down for Frankfort.
That is big. That is absolutely big. Deep in North Montgomery's zone. Yeah, I didn't know if the official just caught the last bit or if he saw the whole bit, and luckily he saw the entire bit. Good officiating.
First down for the Hot Dogs at the Chargers 29. Laws 24 playing deep safety for North Montgomery. Four-man rush. Wood.
Absolutely
Look
wide open.
for Goodnight. Over the top of his left shoulder, incomplete.
That was a good little pass route. The outside man ran a deep route. Goodnight made a real quick out, and the defender was following him. He was wide open the outside, just a little high.
The pressure from Donovan Hayworth, number 7, that may have been the reason why
I think you're right.
He threw the ball that fast and that quickly.
Right. I think you're right.
Third down, make that second down and 10.
They're still getting that same route to the top of the field. The exact same. They've had that corner. He must be 10 yards off, easy.
LaFoon, 64, jumping offside for North Montgomery. Obviously a mental mistake for the Chargers. Big 5-yard drop off. Bring it to the 24. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that takes him out of the game for a minute for a little conversation with the coach. Okay, let's see if they change their alignment at the top of the field, because they were just absolutely giving away the out. Yeah, they're playing a little more tough this time.
Wood, inside blitz, picked up by Brenton Wood. Doug Wood running.
Get out of bounds. Good job.
Excellent job by Doug Wood. Like I said, when he gets pressure, things start breaking down, he runs.
I'd like to see him tuck that ball away as if holding his hand, because he's already decided once he goes forward, you know that he's done. Smart play, get out of bounds, and play again. And the receivers over there did a nice job too. Goodnight had run the out. He saw him coming. He ran up the sideline like he should have. Then the deeper out player was starting to come back to him, looking for someone to throw to. Smart decision by Wood. You're at great field position. You don't need to risk it. You got 2 downs here for sure to try to get the first down.
Now Sam Michael will play quarterback. Wood will split out to the left side on 3rd and 5, and North Montgomery is sending the house.
And Goodnight's
Michael down the middle, and this one is almost picked off. Laws was covering. Quincy Perry down the middle of the field did a nice job getting his hand on the football. 4th down for Frankfort, and the Hot Dogs, I believe, are going to go for it here.
Oh, I would sure say if he'll go for it from the 30 on the other side, he's definitely going to go for it here, and that's exactly what you should do, in my opinion. Not that my opinion means a whole lot.
And Doug Wood now will flip over to quarterback. And Sam Michael will go in the slot to the right side.
They could probably get a quick slant down here on the bottom of the screen if they want to take it.
Wood. And there it is. Nope. He's screened to Burns. To the marker.
Nice
missed tackle to first down.
Ooh,
Laws
screen.
had to come up and make the tackle, but he gets himself a first down.
Yeah, they've run that play a couple times. Other than the one overthrow, that has worked for them pretty much every time. Nice run there. Boy, what nifty little feet he has. Nice little move.
Nifty because he was dead on, about to be hit before he crossed the first down marker. And that is a first down for Frankfort. That's a huge play for the Hot Dogs to start off this drive here in the third period. Doug Wood at quarterback.
Yeah, once again, if they want to hit this quick slant down here, let Vlad get a little outside.
Pressure down the middle, the pass.
Oh, that could be a flag.
And there it
offensive.
is.
That's offensive. There's no question
Riley
about that.
Goodnight was matched up there with Ethan Gaylor, number 12, a senior versus a senior.
Yeah, I think Goodnight knew that he was in a bad position, and he kind of panicked a little bit, and instead of just trying to play as a DB, he gave him a little shove. Yeah. But it's definitely better than the pick. At least you have a chance to try to get another first down.
And that is an offensive pass interference on Riley Goodnight. And now they're going to mark the football. Big penalty there
15
against
yards, yeah.
Frankfort.
It's nothing to panic back. Just try to get 5 to 10, 5 to 10, 5 to 10. Then you're back there and you're no problem. Just don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to force anything. But the offensive front has to be sound.
Still first down for Frankfort.
Because they were bringing the heat.
They're doing it again. Wood down the middle. It is caught by Goodnight. But again, number 12, Gaylor, was the guy that got to him. But some positive yards for Frankfort.
Yeah, it looks like they got maybe 5 or 6. And that's exactly how you defend it. If you think you're going to get heat, you send a route to replace the linebacker's void when they exit. It looks like they had a high-low both in that same zone. He could have had either one that he wanted there because Vlad was coming from the left side as well.
Doug Wood back to pass, looks for Goodnight. Has him, 20, 15, inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And the tackle is made by Ross Dyson. Cornerback, plays both ways for North Montgomery, but Riley Goodnight on a senior evening and a nice catch.
Absolutely, and here we are. We're third down and 5, where it was first down in, 25 or something like that. So good patience. Not deep pass plays. You're not going to have pressure issues. But you just have to get rid of the ball and then let your athletes be athletes, and they've done the job so far.
3rd and 6 from the 12. Doug Wood. The sophomore, Riley Goodnight in motion. Wood looks for Goodnight down in the corner, and it's incomplete. That was Sam Michael actually ran deep and just over the top. 25, Ben Cody in coverage for the Chargers. And another 4th down situation here for Frankfort.
I'm not sure if that's where the ball, I don't know if they were trying to throw that to the pylon and it just was released inside a little bit. That was a little scary. Northmont, I thought, had the better position on the ball than the Frankfort player. They kind of like to see that same kind of idea, like a little corner up here. This little stack that Northmont's, I'm not sure they really know how to play this stack very well. Because right now, if you look at the top, if they get number 4 to release outside and they can run 3 on the corner, have 4 run a little seam, have them run right there.
Wood, screen, knocked down by Norman. There's a turnover. It was a 4th down play, and North Montgomery has taken over the football.
Great
Just
stand.
a little bit of pressure up front.
Yeah, that's what Northmont needed. They needed to make a big stop there. Frankfort definitely did not help themselves with that big pass interference penalty. But the good thing is the field is really, really long for North Montgomery, and we'll see what adjustments Frankfort made on the defensive side, and we'll find out what North Montgomery did at halftime, discussing how they're going to move the ball.
One of the things that will be important moving ahead will be the kicking game. When you're in Class 4A and you're going to win a state championship, you've got to have a solid kicking game. And in 4th and 3, 4th and 5, when you're within your 30-yard line, you've got to kick.
Yeah, I tell you, those 2 missed 2-point conversions could loom very, very large in this game.
Dyson off the left side. He's still going. He's almost to the 19-yard line. And again, look who's down at the pile, Riley Goodnight.
Absolutely, he's all over the place.
That's a 6-yard gain for Ross Dyson.
He's a strong running back. Very, very competitive player.
He's in the backfield with Austin Salk, as we talked about. Salk with 1 touchdown. Dyson leads the Chargers with 2 touchdowns this year. They have only rushed the football into the end zone 3 times. Coming into tonight's game, this is Dyson. He's close to the marker. I think he's got a first down.
I think you're right.
Charlie Garcia at the bottom of the pile, number 64, another senior for James Byers.
Yeah, right now Frankfort defensive line is playing a little bit high. North Montgomery's doing a good job getting underneath him, and the entire offensive and defensive line is moving in Frankfort's side, and that is not a way to play some winning football.
First down from the 25. Salk.
That was better.
Boy, he took a couple tacklers there with him. Ethan Cook was one of the first tacklers, number 54.
Yeah, they ran that little inside trapping in. Once again, the tackle did a better job squeezing down, made that ball bounce 1 gap wider, which made it hits a little bit slower, and then you have more of a chance to get some guys to rally. But he just absolutely pushed the pile forward with his own personal dedication to try to get a positive gain.
5-yard gain for Salk.
If they continue to run that trap, it'd be a good idea to have the outside linebackers just maybe take half a step outside so they don't get pinned inside. There's that. There we go.
Dyson, down he goes. Carreras with the tackle.
Very nice job with the squeeze on that side of the line. Beautiful squeeze. That tackle just blew that entire thing up, and then a lot of rallying of linebackers.
Imagine if we had rain tonight, how messy it would be.
Oh my gosh, it would be a nightmare. Yes.
There'll have been a lot of running plays in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, those pretty white jerseys wouldn't be very nice either.
3rd and 3 upcoming. A big play defensively now for the Hot Dogs. Dyson.
Squeeze it. Nice.
Salk.
There we go.
He goes maybe a yard. Carreras from the backside got him. It'll be really close.
Now, I have a feeling they're probably going to go for it, because I have not seen Frankfort be able to stuff them lately for less than a yard, and this looks like about a yard and a half.
4th down for Josh Thompson, and I think it's time for him to punt.
I don't think it's happening. They have both the big backs in right now.
Well, Dyson's going to take it under center, 4th and 1. They're going to go for it.
It's going to be a scrum is probably my guess.
Here's Dyson. Salk, left side. I think he might have it.
It looks like the spot's going to be a first down, yeah, from the far official. Yep.
It is a first down for North Montgomery. As you see, the clock's at 5:35. We're in the 3rd period of play. Frankfort, North Montgomery, a Sagamore Conference battle. The Dogs looking for their first Sagamore Conference victory, as we talked about. North Montgomery already with 1 Sagamore victory over Crawfordsville. Dyson.
Squeeze it.
To Salk. Garcia missed the tackle. Left side Salk. He's going to make something out of nothing. He's still going. He's got a first down. He runs over Castillo. And finally, Carreras comes over and makes a stop, but not after Salk gets himself a first down for the Chargers.
Boy, what a good run. He broke the initial tackle in the backfield and just stiff arm, break tackle, break tackle, break tackle. Nice run. Wow.
First down for Austin Salk, if you're wondering. 5'10", just 205 pounds. Dyson. Salk hesitates, got to the left side, and another surge at the last minute to get an extra 2 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like he and Dyson both always fall forward, getting that 1 yard, 2 yard extra gain with just personal effort. Well, Frankfort's doing a good job plugging the point of attack. You can see right here is a nice little lateral step by Salk to find the next gap. Now they need to get the rally to the point of attack. And now they've done a good job getting that inside trap bouncing. Now you have to rally and control that. And once again, that might be a situation where that outside linebacker needs to take maybe just one step further width so they don't get trapped inside there.
Dyson off the right side. They're still pushing. Finally, the whistle blows. This, again, Riley Goodnight, one of the tacklers, along with 58, Brett Wood, the bottom of the pile there. 66 is a center, just a sophomore, Jacob Hughes for North Montgomery, but he's 270 pounds. In the middle of the lineup, number 66 for Josh Thompson and the Chargers.
It's really nice having that big anchor inside there so you know that he's not going to get pushed back in the backfield, so you can run lateral game, you can run pass game, and not have the middle pressed in on you on the quarterback.
Dyson over center again to Salk off the right side. Zickman trying to pull him down. He's still going. He's still going. Man, they cannot put him down.
That is absolute pure effort. That is a football player.
Tremendous run
right
by
there.
Austin Salk down to the 21-yard line. Just great effort.
That's a lot of people trying to hand tackle and arm tackle and pull instead of getting a shoulder pad square on the guy and then driving him back.
Another North Montgomery first down. The Chargers looking to tie this ball game up here late in the third period as the clock runs.
Looks like we lost the light, Bank.
And with that, an official timeout.
I'm not sure what's going on if they broke a breaker, because that's the rest of the lights are on other than that one banker with the far side.
So the football marked at the 22-yard line. As you take a look at the light bank there, there's nothing. There's no activity. Everything blew out there.
Yep, I didn't see any sparks or hear any pops or anything like you might hear sometimes. So we haven't had that this year at all, any of the games that we've done. So I'm not sure what the situation is.
You never know at any level of high school football about the lights.
You're right.
A little story about 12 years ago. Cathedral High School football at that time was ranked number 1 in Class 4A, playing Jay County out of Portland, Indiana.
Yep.
At Arlington High School in Indianapolis. The lights, all of them, went out at halftime. None of them came out. The fans were asked to stay in the stands for over an hour. And from what I was told, one of the parents of the Cathedral football player who worked for the city in their electronics division was able to break open the light box and turn the lights on after an hour break. It was pitch dark. Never seen anything like it. But at least here you just have one bank, not the entire bank.
Yeah, well, worst case, if you look across the way, there's those Walmart parking lot. Worst case, let's get all those lights turned on over there, get everyone's parking lot lights out here at the stadium, and then just like going over your friend's house and hanging out in the yard. Now the old lights, if you'd have like that, maybe you'd have like a little mouse or something chilling, and the lights would go out. You'd have to wait forever because they had to cool all the way down, had to come all the way back on. I mean, legit, it would take 30 minutes just to turn the lights back on. So these modern lights are quite a bit better than that.
Well, both coaches met here to talk about this situation with the referee.
Play ball.
And, yeah, I think they're going to bring both ball clubs back on the field and play without this bank of lights, which sits on the side of the field right about the 50-yard line between the visiting stands. Well, instead of the yard, they're going to start calling this Atlanta. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia.
Oh, my God. We're reaching down, man.
We're really stretching out here. 12-6.
It's a good one.
Frankfort over North Montgomery. Ross Dyson running the show for North Montgomery. Snap to Dyson. He'll take it right up the gut. Zickman, missed tackle. Another missed tackle by Castillo. But Riley Goodnight and Bretton Wood were the guys that made the stop for Frankfort, but not after another outstanding run by Ross Dyson.
That was a nice little formation change by
and there's an injury. I believe that might be Austin Bell, number 1. He's on the ground, on his back, holding his right leg.
Well, that's never good to see.
Not a good sign. And he is an outstanding defensive football player for James Byers Ball Club. He has been absolutely phenomenal this year. Number 1, Austin Bell, with 38 stops coming into tonight's ball game.
And that'd be another big loss. They already lost McDonald earlier in the night at the safety position.
And with that, let's take a break. Let's take a really quick break here. You're watching high school football, Frankfort, North Montgomery on the ISC Sports Network.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com. Wintech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA. High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
This is injured Austin Bell, and that might be the end of his season. And that's so unfortunate that this occurred in this ball game. As you see, he's undergoing a lot of pain here. He's getting a lot of care now on the sidelines as North Montgomery gets ready to run this football. 8-yard gain by Dyson. It is 2nd and 2 for North Montgomery, knocking on the door. Wood shows blitz for Frankfort, and I believe somebody from Frankfort jumped off sides. It might have been Garcia, 64, in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I think it was. North Montgomery has made a nice little formation change here. This last play and this play right here. Oh, a little false.
How do you like that?
Nice.
Officials say that somebody from North Montgomery drew Charles Garcia off sides.
But they've gone with a twins look, but they've really split the twins out, and that made Frankfort have to make a decision, and they've decided to kind of empty out the box a little bit, which is leading right into what North Montgomery wants to do. They want to be able to run the ball, and they're removing a man out of the box, and that helps them a lot.
Dyson rolling to the left, runs upfield, a design run for Dyson. There may be another hot dog injured on the play.
It sure looks like it. They've had a
that
bad
could be Carreras,
here.
number 40. It is Vlad Carreras, number 40. Let's just hope it's a cramp.
Yeah, hopefully it's a cramp or he got stepped on or something that's going to be able to be shaken off. He'll have to come off the field because they stopped play, but hopefully it's nothing that's serious.
With stoppages already in the third period, there's 2:19 to go here in the third. As you see on this board, Frankfort on top in this one, 12-6. It'll be a third down upcoming as Vlad Carreras fortunately walking off on his own power here. But boy, you take Carreras out of the game, Bell's out of the game, McDonald's out of the game.
Those are 3 huge hits, hits for the defense.
One of the players that's come in is Julio Rivero, number 50. It's a down lineman. You need to take a look at him.
Well, these guys have practiced too, so it's their chance to shine.
Dyson, the give on the left side, and I think there may be a first down. It looked like the leading running back tonight, Austin Salk, was the ball carrier.
The officials haven't made a signal yet. I think they're trying to sort it out. They're calling 4th down. Well, it looks like they're going to get gas for a measurement, apparently. Originally, the white hat gave the fourth down signal, but there must have been a request for a measurement.
A minute 49 remains here in the third period. A lot of size up front for North Montgomery. 76, Jamison Roche, senior, 6'1", 270. Mentioned Jacob Hughes, a center at 270, a sophomore. And they're a run-oriented ball club.
Yep.
It is short.
Absolutely.
Fourth down.
About what, foot and a half, it looks like to you, maybe 2 feet. Not a lot. Well, I'd say put those big buns that you just mentioned together, go under center, let Dyson get the snap, and just press the whole pile forward. I'm not sure there's any answer from Frankfort for that.
Garcia and Cook in the middle defensively for Frankfort.
I'm not sure the
66
yard
will snap.
box is at the right spot. There we go. Nice movement. This is enormous right here.
66 is used. A handoff to the right side. That's Salk. That's a first down for North Montgomery.
Yeah, great adjustment on the left. Frankfort did do a great job plugging the interior A gaps, and then Salk saw the little tiny crease over in the B gap, ducked his shoulders, and as he's done all night, fell forward for 2-3 yards.
53, Benjamin Peach, another lineman for North Montgomery, 6'2", 235-pound senior. Dyson looked down the middle, got by Rivero to the goal line, in the end zone, touchdown.
He was not going to be denied, was he?
No, he just kept going. Ross Dyson with a touchdown. He's thrown a pass for a touchdown, and now he's run one out from 9 yards.
Yeah, once again, the point of attack was stopped, and Dyson went out the back door. He went where the pulling guard came from, and there was no one there to fill it. So what a nice run by Tyson, to be honest with you. There was a great flow by the Frankfort defense.
Now Castillo walks out of the game. He's injured. You got another injured Frankfort player, number 21.
Holy
the youngster
cow.
Walks out of the game, limps out. Number 21, the freshman, Lalo Castillo, 5'4", 130 pounds. But he's a valuable special teamer for Coach Byers as North Montgomery looks to go for 2 to take the lead.
This is absolutely enormous right here.
Dyson.
Make the stop.
Rolls left.
Nope.
Dyson to the goal line. He walks in. Touchdown.
Yeah, everybody got pinned.
14-12. North Montgomery with 1:20 to go in the third period. Ross Dyson takes it into the end zone to give the Chargers the lead.
Yeah, that was well done. Well blocked. Dyson just does what he does, makes plays. But there's nothing to panic. I mean, there's plenty of time. Frankfort has been able to move the ball. A lot of the kids that were injured there, most of those don't play a whole lot of offense other than Vlad. Vlad, that would be a big deal if he can't make it back on the offensive side.
Ironically, Sean, on the depth chart at free safety, they've got Bryce McDonald and Rolando Castillo as the free safety, so both of them look to be knocked out.
Oh, my. So then they're going down to the third man. Well, the only good thing about that is that they're not throwing the ball a lot, so that would be a major issue. Right now, the way this game's playing out, the free safeties are going to act more like a strong safety, have to come down and fill. But
Norman,
the third guy, that's very stressful.
Norman will kick off for North Montgomery as the Chargers take the lead for the first time in the ball game, 14-12. Here in the third period. This one kicked down the middle to Sam Michael from the 9.
This would be a great time to run one right back at him, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Steps out of bounds around the 22-yard line after about a 13-yard return. Clock stops at a minute 13. Hot Dogs have the football. They'll start at their own 22, maybe their 23. It'll be Doug Wood, number 5, the sophomore, coming back out of the field as the quarterback, with Sam Michael split to the left.
And Vlad is on the sideline still, with looks like maybe an ankle. But Frankfort still has plenty of weapons. As long as the interior holds up, the interior linemen hold up, they still have enough out there to make something happen.
Pippinger to snap. Wood looks downfield, gets away from a rush, slips the tackle. There he goes. He's to the 40, fumble the football, and it's recovered by Laws. First down, North Montgomery. Laws with the recovery at the Frankfort 47. Now there's a battle at the bottom of the pile, but I believe Laws has picked up the football.
Absolutely. That was very heads-up play by the defender. The same, I believe it was the same defender in the middle of the second on one of the scrambles came out and tried to make a punch at the ball, but didn't get it out. This time, punched it out, and it went way up in the air. Luckily, it wasn't returned. Very, very bad break.
The first turnover of the ball game for Frankfort. North Montgomery has 2 turnovers in this contest. And it'll be first down for Ross Dyson and the Chargers in Frankfort territory. And they're playing in the darker portion of the field, because that's where the blown lights are, at about the 50 on the visitor side.
Oh, he went forward.
Dyson, first down, close to that marker. Pulled down by a linebacker, Brenton Wood. Quincy Perry comes up, and Riley Goodnight to what appears to be a depleted Frankfort defense. First down, 11 yards for Dyson.
Yeah, nice run. Yeah, they're starting to hit that left C gap. Motion across. You got a trailing linebacker trying to cover him man-to-man. So he's not going to be able to help much until late on the run game. And the only chance you have is to try to squeeze that down, try and make it bounce, but there's really no one there to make the play either. So that's a little nerve-wracking. The safety can come down late.
Pippinger, who plays center, is playing nose guard now for Frankfort defensively. Toss, sweep, Salk. 45. Perry missed the tackle. Goodnight finally pushes him out of bounds. But, boy, I tell you, he has had a great ball game. Austin Salk, number 10, the sophomore, has had just a tremendous game for Josh Thompson's Chargers tonight.
Well, he really has. And he is such a strong runner for a sophomore as well, with decent speed. It'll be interesting to see how he develops in the next couple of years. Well, the defensive end at the top of the field right now, he's going to have to be a little bit stronger. Right now, I think he's a replacement. He's getting shoved back pretty aggressively by the H-back.
2nd and 4. Salk again off the right side. He's pulled down, but he gets a couple extra yards as he pushes and drives towards the marker.
Wow, what a lot of lower body strength by both Dyson and Salk both.
That may be the last play of the period.
Yeah, it probably will. Boy, is that frustrating for a defense when you've got players in position and they just continually just pound you and they just drive you back. It's very frustrating.
The end of the third period play, a momentum switch. North Montgomery has taken the lead in this ball game now. The Chargers 14, Frankfort 12 on the ISC Sports Network.
Looks like they were looking on.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down. Smith then tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Back at the yard here in Frankfort, where North Montgomery has taken the lead 14-12 over the Hot Dogs, but they've also picked off a turnover here off Doug Wood fumble, and they are marching. Ross Dyson, the left-handed quarterback, has stepped in the ball game and managed the offense well tonight for the Chargers. Dyson, give to Salk off the right side. And on 3rd and short, that is a first down. Chargers have begun to start dominating the offensive line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they are. They're really starting to out-physical Frankfort quite a bit. I don't know if they're getting tired or what the situation, if they're their heads have dropped loose and stuff, so their key defensive starters have left. But they need to bow their necks. They need to make a stop right now.
First down and 10 from the 25. Dyson runs right off the right side. He's tripped, falls down, but not after another positive yard.
Yeah, and there was definitely a big gap there.
4 yards.
Yeah, that could have been a lot more if someone hadn't slapped his ankle.
4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6. Chargers knocking on the red zone right now. Hayworth, 7 in motion.
Squeeze that down.
Salk, left side. Got a block on Carreras. He's injured again. Down to the 20-yard line after Quincy Perry and Riley Goodnight. But Carreras he's really in bad shape there on the sideline.
Yeah, he's trying to play it out.
Yeah, he wants to stay in the game.
And he has no power. He tried to fight off that block. He has no power, just got driven out, and it obviously hurt him again. So
Lane Todd, number 25 for Frankfort, checks in the game for Vlad Carreras.
You know, like the heart, but he's definitely not going to be able to do the job right now.
3rd and 5, probably 2-down territory for North Montgomery right now. Both ball clubs have chosen not to kick field goals tonight.
Okay, Lane Todd, if they send motion to you, you're going to have to stop.
Laws on the jet sweep to the right side. Plenty of space. Down to the 5. And finally brought down by Goodnight, and a 1st down for North Montgomery. Dangerous Gabe Laws with a big gain. He's got 2 touchdown passes this year. And they got him on the jet sweep, on the toss sweep for the 1st down.
Yeah, he has. He's been really quiet today. The way they've decided to run the offense, he's been pretty much eliminated, but there you can see why he's been one of their key contributors for the season.
1st and goal from the 7. Dyson runs off the left side, bounces off a tackle. Pass Perry. Kirby tries to pull him back. He's down to the goal line, it looks like. Quincy Perry was the last guy to have his hands on him, but not before, again, positive yardage as they move forward closer to the goal line. 5-yard gain. Second and goal from the 2. Most pressure on this play is the center, Jacob Hughes, 66, as Frankfort calls a timeout. Frankfort calls timeout. 2nd and 2 here in the 4th period. 14-12. Hot Dogs got to make a play.
They have got to make a play. They have got to do something. When they send that H-back in motion across the field, you absolutely know what's coming. It's going to be that little power kick-out play. That defensive end, which is now Lane Todd, is going to have to, as soon as he sees that coming, he's going to have to get down, take off on the ball, and absolutely try to light him up and stuff him right at the edge of the line of scrimmage, so that there is no gap for that back. So he has to bounce, he has to cut back into the rest of the Frankfort players.
One of our sponsors tonight is WinTech. We believe building relationships turns our passion for technology into solutions that help you reach your potential today, tomorrow, and in the future. To see our residential services and business solutions, visit wintech.com. 14-12 North Montgomery.
It has been a good ball game. It really has. It's been gone both ways. The momentum has gone both ways to the game. Montgomery definitely has it right now, though.
Ross Dyson in the backfield with Salk, number 10. Toss sweep again, 24 Laws. Same play as we saw earlier. He runs into the end zone. Touchdown, North Montgomery. Chargers 20, Frankfort 12. A 2-yard run for Laws. Nice run by Gabe Laws, the senior.
All right, here we are again. A 2-point conversion is huge. They've got to keep this, deny this, so they have a chance to tie it up with one score at the other end.
9:22 to go in the ball game officially. And the Chargers looking to add 2 points here.
So Frankfurt's got to guess. Is it going to be the jet, or are they going to motion over and run the power game?
Dyson.
It's going to be the jet again.
Again to Laws. And again, he dives. He scores 2 points. And it's 22-12. Laws with a 2-yard extra point. And the Chargers on top by 10 points. That was an enormous conversion.
Oh, that makes it a 2-score game, and that is going to be very difficult right now with the way Northmont started to step up their defense a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. This is a funny game. That's why we come and stay to the end of these ball games. Frankfort has the tools. They have the players that can make the plays to get this done. But even if they score, they're going to have to find a way to stop that C-gap off tackle play on the left. And now the jet game has definitely come into play.
Since falling 12-0, North Montgomery has scored 22 consecutive points in this ball game. Take a look at the far side of the field to the North Montgomery faithful who've come out here to check out this ball game. Next week, the Chargers host an outstanding Danville Warriors team. Frankfort on the road to Crawfordsville to face the Crawfordsville Athenians. Norman will kick off for North Montgomery. Sam Michael is the deep back for Frankfort. Downfield, the kick is taken by number 15 for Frankfort, Garrick Burge. And he's dragged down at about the 36-yard line. It'll be first down for Frankfort at that point. $9:16 to go in the ball game. North Montgomery has really heated it up here in the second half.
First and 10 for Hot Dogs. Ball spotted on their own 38-yard line.
Okay, we got Wood back.
Doug Wood at quarterback. Garrick Burge is having some confusion with Kai Kirby. And whistles blow. Sean, is there a flag?
I don't see one. I'm not sure if they had 12 out there.
Okay, Frankfort gets a timeout right at the last minute. Probably a timeout from Coach Byers on the sideline. As important a timeout as you'll find, because that obviously would have been a penalty on.
Yeah, it definitely would. If they had huddled, that would have been breakdown huddle with 12, which would have been a flag right away. I'm kind of surprised they didn't throw it anyway.
There's a nice look at Josh Thompson with the headset on. His ball club is leading in this ball game 22-12. As I mentioned, they were trailing 12-0 earlier in this ball game, but they have reeled off, as I mentioned before, 22 consecutive points.
And they really haven't. And they haven't done anything really flashy either. It's just been really about 3 plays early in the game. It was all inside trap. Frankfort stopped that. Then they started going the C-gap game, and then now they just started running the jet with one of their big playmakers, Law.
Gabe Laws with a touchdown and a big 2-point conversion. 2 rushing touchdowns tonight for the Chargers. Ross Dyson, the quarterback, one of them on a 9-yard run. Doug Wood out of the shotgun. Toss sweep Burns. Cuts upfield. He's at about the 40, maybe 2 yards, but Chargers did a nice job of rallying to the football.
They really did. The defensive end stretched it, and then they had a lot of support from the linebackers and the safeties.
The challenge here when you're down by 10 points and running the football is the clock. You take a lot of clock out of the ball game.
It sure does.
Four-man rush, it appears, from North Montgomery. Wood back to pass. He looks downfield for Michael. Michael may have pushed off. No call. Wood make that. Michael and Cody were locked up. It looked like Sam Michael may have pushed Cody at the last minute.
Maybe a little bit, yeah, but that ball was all the way on the tracks. No way I had a chance. I assume the official just said, forget about it.
3rd down and 7.
There is no uncatchable in high school football.
And there is a flag.
No, they were back there.
There may be a hold on Frankfort upcoming, and that will just absolutely handicap this Hot Dogs offense this late in the ball game.
Boy, it really will. One of their key offensive guys, Vlad's out on the sideline. They still have Michael. They still have Goodnight, but that definitely hurts to have him missing on the other side of the formation.
Second and long for Frankfort. North Montgomery pinning their ears back. Good protection. Tried to find Kai Kirby over the top. 3rd down.
That timing seemed a little funny there. I don't know if he had trouble getting a hold of the ball, like we mentioned, getting a little slicker out. But that could have been a pick six pretty easy if the defender had known that was in the air that long.
Third and long for Frankfort. The Hot Dogs must convert on this drive. To stay in the ball game, they're down by 10 points.
They are super soft. They are not going to let anything get behind them.
Wood is going to run with it.
North Montgomery's happy with that.
Hold on to the football, yep. Taken down to the 37-yard line by Gage Galloway.
Now, interesting to see if they're going to go for it or they're going to punt this one and hope they can get one stop here.
It appears they're going to keep the offensive unit on the field and try to go for broke here.
It looks like it.
8 minutes to go. Well, the scoreboard says third down. So we'll keep it here at third down.
They may have redone the first down, that one down because of the penalty, so it could be.
So it'll be third down and about 11 to go from the Frankfort 37. Wood. Oh, he's got some pressure up the middle. Can he get outside? 45. Let's see where they mark the football. Very close to the marker. I think he got a first down.
I think that was very favorable, too. I thought he may have been out maybe a yard or two behind that, but we'll definitely take it.
A 13-yard gain and a first down for Doug Wood.
Wow. Wow. You got players, they make plays, and that's exactly what happened there.
Ball at the 50. Wood looks downfield, gets out of the way. They have an injured Charger. The pass intended for Michael, but there is an injured Charger at about the 47-yard line, and I believe it's number 54 for North Montgomery. Getting up slowly is Jacob Rice. He's gonna check out of the game. Rice is gonna check out of the game, and 26 Nick Norman comes in for him, and he's actually running over the sideline, as earlier he was banged up a little bit. So that's good news for Josh Thompson and the North Montgomery Chargers here. Up 22-12. Wood looks to the left, fires, has good night, evades a tackle, and he's finally put down on his back by Ross Dyson. Had some help along the way. I believe Gage Galloway, number 4, again was in on the play.
Yeah, Riley, don't be a dancer, man. When you get that ball, you go straight ahead. You are the biggest dude over there. Those DBs are way smaller than you. Just break tackles, stiff arm, keep going forward.
7-yard pass play. It'll be third down and 4 from the 44-yard line of North Montgomery. Wood looks left, now looks right, now gets the rush, gets away. He's to the 50, 45, 40, cuts inside, 35, down to the 30-yard line, and another first down for Frankfort. Doug Wood carrying the load at quarterback for the Hot Dogs.
There you go. They ran that same motion outside with Michael again, and Michael was wide open up the sideline on a little wheel route. So hopefully they'll come back to that, and he'll have a little bit more time. He can see it and get that out there. Great run by Wood, keeping the sticks moving. Keep it going, Frankfort.
Timeout, North Montgomery. The football at the Chargers' 30-yard line. Josh Thompson and crew would like to talk this one over, as Frankfort has momentum now.
Yeah, this is what we thought would happen, previously, but they turned the ball over. So back and forth here in the second half makes it really exciting.
6 minutes and 30 seconds, or 6 minutes and 36 seconds to remain in the ball game. Frankfort down in this contest by 10 points. A touchdown here cuts the lead, as you see, to 4. And chances are probably go for 2. This is, it's as you talked about, it's not going to be over till it reaches 0. This ball game is going to be fought to the very end.
Yeah, this drive, they have to score here. They really do. I don't know if they have enough time to be able to have North Montgomery try to pound that ball all the way down again. Even if they get him out and 3 and out, it's still going to be a lot of time because they are running the ball every single time right now.
Both ball clubs have had a number of two-way starters. This has been a very physical football game for both these ball clubs. Frankfort will run out of the shotgun. First down and 10 for the Hot Dogs. Burns in motion. Wood looks to Perry, catches it, and what a play by Galloway. Number 4, Gage Galloway comes up and makes a tremendous defensive play.
Yeah, I think Burns is supposed to go shot and help block him out so he could catch the ball and cut up underneath that, but he looked downfield and went to the next man. That was a great defensive play by Northmont, being in the perfect position.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Hot Dogs. Clock continues to run at 6:10 to go in the ball game. Wood getting some blocking down the right side, and it is almost caught on the sideline there by Kai Kirby. Almost caught by Kai Kirby. Ethan Gaylor was one of the defenders for North Montgomery.
And just ripped that right out, did he? That ball hung just as half a second too long for that play to be made, but there seems to be a flag at the line of scrimmage.
And that might be another penalty against Frankfort, another hold potentially where you see that flag being thrown. I believe that's what it might be. Yep. Holding on Frankfort, another 15-yard penalty. Penalties and that turnover from Doug Wood is really costing Frankfort in this ball game.
Boy, there really, really is. My goodness. The good thing is they get the down, so they still have 3 downs to try to get the first down back.
2nd and 26. Sam Michael will flip positions with Doug Wood. He'll be quarterback number 3, Sam Michael. And Riley Goodnight will come in the backfield, number 13. And the way they've done this, they like to throw to Goodnight out of the backfield. There it is, Michael going back to pass, looking downfield, throws over the top of Goodnight. Trailing him was Salk, who's played tremendous offensively. Austin Salk played both ways, number 10 for North Montgomery. Did a pretty good job defensively there for North Montgomery. 3rd and 26 to go for Frankfort from the Chargers 44.
That's not the position you wanted to be on this drive, and not where you thought you would be just a minute and a half ago, 2 minutes ago.
3rd down. Michael still at quarterback. Looks down the middle to Goodnight. Couldn't make the catch with one hand. Ball a little bit behind him. Salk was on the coverage once again. 4th down and long. And with 26 yards to go, Doug Wood now will be the quarterback with a stronger arm for Frankfort.
So is Northmont going to pressure, or are they going to just drop and try to cover? It looks like they're going to play coverage.
Well, there's some confusion now as Doug Wood is still thinking he's a receiver, and now Sam Michael signaling to Wood to play quarterback. And, Goodnight's going to be the quarterback. And whistles blow. There's going to be a timeout for Frankfort. Lots of confusion on the Hot Dog side.
They got to call the timeout. I mean, this is your shot right here. You can't just kind of make something up on the run because no one knows what's going on. So
it's really confusing because Riley Goodnight was set up in the shotgun at quarterback because Doug Wood was confused. Sam Michael was signaling, I think, to Doug, hey, you're quarterback. And
Goodnight had his hand pad still on, so that'd be an interesting throw with wearing his gloves.
So at 4th and 26, you figure they've got to throw the football. Even if Riley Goodnight runs, maybe picks up 10, 12 yards. That's just not enough.
Yeah, I mean, another possibility I think they had a bunch down here on this side where one of the ones in the bunch, I believe, was Goodnight. So a possibility is that Goodnight maybe would have thrown the ball this way, and then Michaels would have gotten the ball and throw the ball down the field out of the bunch, have someone in the bunch run a vertical route, one stay in block, Goodnight throw with the Michaels for kind of a trick play. But
North Montgomery now playing prevent defense. They've got a lot of people back now.
It looks like it's the same situation. They still have Goodnight. So that wasn't a mistake.
Okay, Goodnight back to pass. He's going to throw the ball down the right side, and Law's trying to track it. It hits his foot at about the Charger 20. Incomplete. And North Montgomery's defense has come up big there. They'll take over the football here in the 4th quarter. and they look for their second Sagamore Conference victory right now. They see it right in front of them.
They sure do. They still need to hold on to it. They got to make sure they don't turn the ball over. But so far, it's been really tough for Frankfort to stop the run game and just keep pounding both of those running backs. And then so far, Frankfort hasn't answered the second half.
The Hot Dogs have no timeouts left. North Montgomery has a pair of timeouts left. So if North Montgomery gets a couple first downs, it's probably going to be the ball game. Especially if they can sustain the drive here with Ross Dyson, the quarterback. Frankfort trying to pinch the line of scrimmage.
They're going to use every single second like they should. Here comes the jet. Oh, well, that's a little
Dyson
mistake.
keeping it. Flag comes down. Carreras back in the ball game. Comes up and makes the tackle along with Garcia.
Yeah, illegal motion. Yeah, that was definitely that was a scramble in the backfield there. That was a nightmare.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and for Frankfort, the clock stops at 5:22. North Montgomery obviously would love to have the clock continue to run, but not on a penalty here. We'll move the football back.
Oh my God.
What's this conversation about? Oh, he wants to know if he wants to decline it.
They're going to take it back.
Yeah, they didn't get much gain, so the official wanted to know if he wanted to accept it or not. But I think it's probably the right call. Makes them have to get every single foot they can.
That was an illegal shift officially on North Montgomery. 1st and 15 for the Chargers. They're not as much concerned right now maybe of getting first down, but just running the clock as much as they can. Dyson off the right side. He's got some good yards. He's past the original line of scrimmage. Probably be 2nd and 9 upcoming. Ross Dyson, they don't have to take much time at all to snap the ball. They'll run it down, use that play clock as much as they can.
Exactly right. And if those linemen are on top of that back, the offensive linemen, they want to take their nice, sweet time getting off that pile, put the slow-mo move on, go sloth mode.
Play clock at 20. Game clock at under 4:50 now, as you see on the scoreboard, with North Montgomery on top 22-12. 2nd and 10, maybe 2nd and 9.
This is where Frankfort must be clawing at the ball every time they can. Someone needs to stand him up, and the rest of the guys need to just absolutely claw that ball like crazy.
And Quincy Perry finally drives down the outstanding running back Austin Salk for North Montgomery. But that was a really nice run from Salk, and he got about 5 or 6 on that play.
Yeah, absolutely, about 2 or 3 after contact.
Third down, and for North Montgomery, you'd suspect with the ball near the 50 and the way their defense is playing, it'll be 2-down territory.
Very, very possible. I'm not sure you want to risk the chance of getting a block punt and getting a quick score, then have them have a chance to onside with plenty of time left. It can a lot depend on what happens on this play right here, how close they get.
Dyson, the quarterback. Hayworth in motion, 7. Dyson off the right side.
That's what they needed.
And Cook has him by the ankles and got some help from Goodnight, and also Pippinger for Frankfort. And there's another Frankfort hot dog slow to get up. That's Ethan Cook.
Yeah, they can't have him out. All right, that's what they needed. So now North Montgomery needs to make a decision. They're going to do it or not do it. We'll see.
4th down and 3 officially from the Frankfort 49. But again, they're taking their good old time to try to snap this football, trying to bring that play clock down as far as they can. It's at 10 seconds right now.
Why are they stopping the? Oh.
We've been told there's a concussion protocol, which means that they're going to pull Ethan Cook out of the ball game, number 54. He's not too happy about it.
No, he's
but
not.
You got to play by the rules. He wants to stay in the ball game, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, he needs to go over and talk to the trainer so they can check him out so he can get back in if he wants to get back in. Now, that's the right thing to do. I mean, I know he's a little frustrated, but it is always about player safety. Players first, then everything else is second.
And now he puts his helmet down on the bench and walks away. I don't think he's going to go back in the ball game, it looks like.
But they haven't usually they'll give him an evaluation, check him out, and then if the trainer takes the helmet, then he is definitely done.
Now Josh Thompson wants a timeout, and North Montgomery will head to the sideline. So with 2:43 to go in the ball game, the Chargers on top 22-12. We've got a break on the field. So what does Frankfort got to do? Is it got to get a turnover, right?
Number one, they have got to make this stop. It looks like North Montgomery is going to go for it. They have got to make this stop. If they don't make this stop, then this game is absolutely over unless there's a freak bobbled snap or something strange.
Well, there you go. You got to get the stop first, but
that's it.
So turnover doesn't matter. You got to get the stop first.
Because if they get the stop, it'll be a turnover because it's 4th down. So either way, I mean, either they fumble it or they get the stop. I mean, that's all they've got to do. Which is so far tonight has been hard because Northmont has definitely used their size up front and it's got a lot of movement on the defensive front. And boy, have those two running backs just absolutely willed themselves for probably an extra 20 or 30 yards apiece just on finishing runs.
For Frankfort, the question is how many guys they have at the line of scrimmage. Do they try to stop the run completely and just have 11 guys, maybe a 46 like a Bears defense from years ago?
You pretty much have to. Yeah, you're going to be playing gaps for sure. And then the big thing you got to look for is you got to see if Laws goes in motion. If he goes in motion, you know it's going to be jet. You need to just sell it and blow that up. They may try to make him jump off sides as well. Nope.
Dyson to Salk off the right side. He's got a first down.
Yep.
Great run on the right side. And he had some pretty solid blocking there by 67. Carter Livingston, we haven't mentioned his name. He's also a senior, 6'3", 275 pounds. And you got to give a lot of credit tonight to that North Montgomery offensive line that did a nice job creating holes for Ross Dyson.
Yeah, they had a great second half.
And for Salk.
Absolutely. Great second half. And really, Frankfort did a good job plugging the interior A gaps and the B gaps. But Salk is just a nice running back, had good eyes, bounced it out to the C, got forward, and then got the extra yards we've talked about all night long.
For North Montgomery, they would even their record at 3-3 for this victory. One of their games was postponed earlier this season. Here's the snap to Dyson. He's got plenty of yardage. He's going for 10. He's got more yardage and finally dropped down. He's got himself a first down, and the clock is probably going to run under 2 minutes to play here, although it stops when you get a first down.
Yeah, we got to get the sticks set.
Yep. But that should probably be enough for North Montgomery to hold on to this football game.
Yeah, I would think so. They might need to run maybe one true play, maybe two, because they take a little bit longer than a kneel, but it's going to be pretty close. Charles
Garcia checks out of the ball game, the senior, and Lane Todd checks in number 25. North Montgomery taking a significant amount of time to trying to get this play, and the play clock is down to 2 seconds. Well, looks like the right side moved, and Dyson takes the ball off the right side, but no penalty flag as I see it.
Yeah, it looked like zeros to me, but I agree. Maybe the officials have something to do after this. We're ready for dinner.
Second down, about a 3-yard gain there for Ross Dyson, number 6.
And they could just kneel out now.
Clock running.
With Frankfort with no timeouts left.
Yep, just one timeout in this ball game, and that belongs to North Montgomery. Ross Dyson looking for the 3rd victory of the year, the 2nd in the Sagamore Conference. Puts down a knee. The Hot Dogs will drop to 2-5 on the year, winless in the conference, but they got a chance next week at Crawfordsville. But next Friday, it'll be a very difficult challenge as the Danville Warriors come to North Montgomery to take on the Chargers.
The big question next week for Frankfort is who are they going to have available? Are they going to have McDonald available? Are they going to have Vlad Paris available? Are they going to have who are they going to have? Because they have lost some serious and the important dudes on the defensive side tonight.
Dyson takes the snap with 10 seconds. That'll do it. That's the end of the ball game, and North Montgomery is really excited to escape with a road victory here tonight. The final score, the Chargers 22 and the Hot Dogs 12. We'll be back to recap this football game as North Montgomery evens the record to 3-3 on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And, of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
How would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Back at the yard, North Montgomery evens the record to 3-3. Frankfort drops to 2-5. The Chargers win their second Sagamore Conference game, but tonight Ross Dyson played outstanding. The offensive line did well, and the key penalties and turnover really hurt Frankfort.
Yeah, it's like the tale of two halves, right? I mean, the first half, Frankfort comes in, the defense is flying to the ball. You get a turnover for a score. They get another turnover, and they're absolutely rolling. And then in the second half, you come back, Frankfort's the one making the big 15-yard penalties. They're the ones that turn the ball after the big scramble. And North Montgomery stepped up and did what they had to do to win the game. They absolutely took over the front. They really did. The run game was absolutely impeccable for them. Salk and the other running back, Dyson. They absolutely took over the ball game. They really did. They showed their talent. And there's not a whole lot Frankfort could do, especially when they lost some of their key guys on the defensive side. Contreras at defensive end, he is an animal, and him going down, right there, we see number 1 leaving right now, Austin Bell at that will linebacker spot. That was a huge loss as well. So, boy, that hurt. But I tell you, Northmont, they did what they did. They took over the game, and they won it. And they took it from Frankfort.
A big victory tonight for the North Montgomery Chargers. They came back down 12-0 in the first half, 22 consecutive points. North Montgomery evens the record 3-3. Frankfort drops to 2-5. As we mentioned, North Montgomery hosts the Danville Warriors next Friday night at North Montgomery. Frankfort on the road at Crawfordsville. Special thanks to the Frankfort Hot Dog Network and our crew of Madison Cook, Emily, and Iz, both alumni, have done a great job, and our director, Richard Salee. Thanks a lot. Frankfort Hot Dog Network does a tremendous job here in the ISC Sports Network. As you saw, really an excellent football game. North Montgomery 22, Frankfort 12. For Sean Wines, I'm Mike Walensky. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. IHSAA football, North Montgomery goes on for their third victory of the season, 22-12 over the Frankfort Hot Dogs on the ISC Sports Network.
Have you heard? Titmont and Wintech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, as the first down. Smithson tracks it down, shot at the buzzer. Sideline, he cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
I brought you a present.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks.